We had our housewarming last night, which was lovely. It was a nice housewarming. We had like a lot of people there. I got to see a lot of my friends. They all came from Edinburgh to come, and it was very nice. Had a lovely time. But like, I am very much a middle to the party to come, like first to the party to leave kind of person. I don't like having parties at my place. Like, I'm glad we did it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm glad that we had like a little housewarming. It was very nice. It was very cute. And I was happy that everyone came, and it was nice to see everyone interacting. But at the same time, I don't like people. And it got to a point. It got to midnight, and I was like, "Oh, I'm kind of done with the party." No one else is though. Oh no, it was like 11:30. It was like 11:30 that I was like, I'm kind of done. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go and get my onesie on. So we just kind of left the party and like put on my little like Christmas onesie and came to sit through, and we were like, oh, well done. Like, this is very good. Like, well done. I'm like, no, this is an indication that you should go now. Like, this is please go away attire. But people were just like, she just likes being comfy in her house. I'm like, yeah, I do like being comfy in my house. Comfy in my house includes not anyone else here though. So I stuck around for like a while longer, and it was really nice. But like, yeah, it got to like 1 in the morning. Hello there. It got to like 1 in the morning. And I was like, I want everyone to not be in my house so I can be asleep. So I just vaguely, like, I just like kept leaving and just being like, cause like the amount of people was overwhelming to me. And I was just like, I don't know what to do about the situation. And like people's like, were like kind of getting the inkling of like, get up and like, we might start heading off. And I was like, it's so sad to see you go. And I kind of gave like vague goodbyes, and then they were like leaving for the next like hour and a half, and I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. So I just dead ass went to bed, and I was like, nah, they can leave. Like, Brogan was there to say goodbye to them and everything, and I was just like, I'm done now. I don't want to be around people. People are my least favorite of all the things. So I kind of just went to have a little nap at the end of my party, because I don't want to deal with it. I like parties for like an amount of time that would mean that I can go and have a nap at a decent hour, and that was not the case. And so, yeah, I don't like parties at my place because I always feel like I'm trapped at them. Like, my favorite thing about parties is my ability to leave at any time, which is not how it works when they're in your house. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to sleep. You guys can leave whenever you want to leave. It was fine though, but it was a good party aside from like at the end when I was just kind of done with it. But it was good. It was good otherwise. Okay, let's get back to this good letter. Let's get back to this good letter game. This good game about a bad letter. Good game, bad letter. Where the letter isn't actually the cause of anything in the game. It's the spooky mansion. It ain't the ding dang letter, it's the ding dang mansion. Okay, dokie. Whoa. Here, mouse. Mouse, please. Okay, continue. So, we are still playing as Ash, and we have just stumbled upon Marianne, who is alive, thankfully, even though she's spent, like 3 days in a dungeon. I'm gonna put this up a little bit. I'm hanging off the bottom of the screen. But yeah, so she's been fucking trapped in a dungeon for a good number of days, huh? And we're hopefully gonna get us all out and not die. That's the dream. McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch, famous interior designer extraordinaire. Not so extraordinary now, with how exhausted and feeble she looks, trapped in a jail cell of all things. Her breathing's shallow and there's a paleness to her complexion. Sunken eyes, cracked lips, dry skin, all signs pointing to starvation and dehydration. Oh my goodness, no! I mean, it makes sense that no one's been feeding her, but still.
What? How long have you been stuck in here?
3 days.
3 days? 4? I don't know. I have no idea anymore. I just fell in and that woman, whatever. Can you get me out of here? Please.
In a moment. But here, go feed yourself first before you fall over.
Aw, sick energy bar. I fish out an energy bar from my pocket and hand it to her. She's lucky I always have one on my person. She needs water more than anything, my dude. For sudden emergencies or extended stakeouts, a little sugar to keep me going. Like any starving person, she wastes no time making a grab for it, unwrapping it straight away and taking in whole mouthfuls of it. I mean, it's that size. That's like one mouthful. That's like one mouthful. Relief washes over her face on the first bite alone, though she's gonna need more than that if what she said is true. For the moment, it's enough to keep her alive. Good thing she seems to have says to prioritize survival over comfort if the puddle on the corner of the cell indicates anything. Without water, the human body can only survive 3 days. No food, and I'll give it an average of 3 weeks, though even then, it won't be a pretty experience. Granted, some have survived longer than that. She's still fortunate I found her when I did. Now to get her out. My bobby pins won't be any use here, not like I need it, and like the other ones we have at the precinct, the simple barrel hinge holds the gates to the cell together. Even without any special tools, I'll be able to lift the door and free her. However, with how heavy it seems, I'll need a lever of some sort to help.
What are you looking for?
Some wood, a 2x4, I guess, a plank or a pipe, anything I can use as a lever. Wait here.
The hallway yields nothing but dust, dirt, and a few rusted chains scattered about. While I may find something in one of the open cells, I'm reluctant to check or even step in. Can't have another person trapped in here, however McCulloch ended up inside.
Well, there's no...
My head snaps back to her. McCulloch extricates a wooden board from under the mess of hay and twine near her. Without prompting, she slips it through what little space there is in between the bars. It's short, but appears thick and sturdy enough for my intended purpose upon closer inspection.
Good enough.
I hope. I get to work at once, anchoring the other end of the plank at the base of the door and applying ample force to the other end. Takes a bit of effort, no kidding about the heavy part. Still, a grunt, a gasp, a creak. In a matter of minutes, with a little help from her on the other side, the door eventually lifts off its hinges. It falls to the ground with a loud, ugly, metallic thud, but the sound of it puts elation on McCulloch's face. She doesn't even ask for help. As soon as she can, she hastily crawls out of the prison she's accidentally found herself in. More than happy to get out of it, despite lacking the strength to stand firmly on her feet.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. We could have just not got her out of here. Oh god, babe. Oh god. Oh, okay. Oh, my sweet girl.
After the second day, I was so sure I was going to die in there. If you didn't show up, today, I don't even want to think about it.
How did you even end up here?
For a second, she appears hesitant, looking away and fumbling awkwardly with her fingers. I mean, Ash, probably the same fucking way you ended up here, falling through the goddamn floor of nothingness. What are you talking about? How did you end up here? I don't know, bitch. How did you fucking get here? You fell through the goddamn earth. For a second, she appears hesitant, looking away and fumbling awkwardly with her fingers.
I was looking for someone.
A contemplative expression flickers in her eyes, something that's close to wistful, like when a person remembers a memory she's fond of. It doesn't last too long, but it still leaves me with the impression that I've suddenly walked into something private, something deeply personal for her. I'd rather not ask. I don't give a shit.
So this whole tunnel, at the end of it, it leads right inside the mansion?
The wine cellar.
Right into the kitchen, then.
There's a door of some sorts. I don't know. I think I pulled or pressed something somewhere. I was in a hurry, and I'm not sure if it'll open from this side. Hell, this place wasn't even in the floor plans.
I am still hoping against hope that fucking Johannes is not like at the heart of this. If Johannes has done any of this, I'm gonna be so mad. I love Johannes so much.
What do you mean?
There we go.
Does that really matter now? We have to get out of here. People died in this place. Kids! Oh God! Kids! I could have shown you, but that thing won't turn back on anymore. It's like it only waited for me to see it before shutting down or something. How long has that thing even been in there? But those poor kids. All because of that thing.
Wait, hold on. What are you talking about right now?
The bloody letter! Ever since I've read that thing, since that day at the open house, she won't leave me. But it should be fine now, right? I broke it. I broke all of it. She shouldn't be able to do anything now.
Oh, she's gone a bit crazy. Oh, she's gone a little crazy. She's got a little bit crazy in the brain.
Mikala, one at a time.
It's all that fucking paper's fault! Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh God!
It's just the Manchi. It's just the little Mancho. It's not the papy, it's the Manchi.
Dear Lord in St. Adelaide, bless those poor souls. We're not safe here. We need to leave. If we stay here any longer.
Mikalo!
McCullough. Yo, McCullough. McCullough. I fucking went into Irish. Abruptly, she stops, looking back at me with wide, panic-stricken eyes. Seen enough of it so many times these past few days, from my own friends even. To know she's seen things, the kind that'll easily make any person go mad. Perhaps we slowly are. Longer this takes, the faster our descent into it becomes. Can't even tell which one's worse, death or this. Seems like no matter what we end up with, there'll be something horrible waiting for us. I need to hurry.
Listen, I need to get inside this place, and you're more familiar with its layout. If you can help me...
What? No! Why would I go back? Are you sure you haven't gotten raving mad yet? An exit's right here.
And this business with the letter has to end at some point. Look, I know you're not very fond of Luke Wright.
Damn right I'm not.
Damn right. Okay.
He can just go.
But are you really sure you want to leave him like this? And what about his wife?
Oh.
It strikes a chord. Look at her dumb face. Sorry, I should be laughing at her. She's emaciated and sad. But she's like, the wife. Okay. She falters, grows quiet as the tension lifts from her and her shoulders slump. I do understand her issues with this. In fact, she doesn't have to go with me. Only tell me enough info so I can figure it out on my own. She can always leave afterwards, be done with this whole damn mansion and letter. The other end of this tunnel leads right to the forest. No break today? What?
What? No break of what? No breaky what? What?
All the same, she steels herself and squares her shoulders.
Just until the kitchens.
That's more than enough.
She nods, albeit weakly. Then, without another word, she gestures for me to follow, leading me further into the passage.
But.
Oh my god, this is the last day! Oh, I took Sundays off. Oh, I get what you mean. Normally so Sundays I normally block, I used to block off entirely because that's when I did,
Nailed it.
that's when I did D&D with my friends, but we've not been able to play D&D
D&D for ages, so I've been able to play games instead.
After his fall, Ashton found himself in an underground passage when he came to. There, he encountered Marianne McCullough, who got trapped in one of the jail cells for several days. The detective managed to free her, and in turn, she helped him find a way into the mansion. Blorp.
Well,
Let's go. Occasionally she'll stop, find purchase on a wall to catch her breath, but throughout the short walk, she asks neither for a break nor assistance. Suppose that's something we have in common. Eventually, we'll get to a dead end. Oh, we get to a dead end. Although before I can question her on it, she begins palming for something on the wall, tracing her fingers along weathered edges of the bricks with a frown on her face.
It should be somewhere here, I think.
What the hell are you doing?
She merely holds up a hand, begging for my silence, and continues searching. Then without warning, a few minutes later, something clicks. A portion of the wall shifts ajar to reveal a glimpse of another room. Bottles lining the walls, liquor barrels for aging. The wine cellar, indeed.
The ladder to the kitchen is on the far end of this room.
Surreal. This is all for nothing. This is all nothing but a surreal nightmare. But after everything, should this even surprise me? Ghosts, cursed, hidden passages. I can't even bring myself to question the existence of this door anymore. Simply follow her to the Undercroft without a single question, in spite of a number of them already swimming inside my head. As a kid, I used to crave for this kind of adventure. The stuff of mystery and detective novels, daring chases, interesting cases to solve, not caves. That makes no sense. Suspects to put behind bars, justice to serve. Just love justice so much. Okay. I was blinded, I admit. Now I simply want this to be over. Okay. I don't trust it. Okay. We leave the door open in case there's a need for a quick exit, especially after she mentions it's only by chance she's been able to open the door last time. Justice. We can't waste time finding the switch again on the occasion something goes horribly wrong. There's bound to be, with me feeling this high-strung and tense. Not even sure why I thought it'd be a good idea to enlist McCulloch's help. Though she's been quite helpful so far, I can't shake off this horrible feeling something's going to happen to her if she stays with me. No! Even if I'm her safest bet and she wants to get out of this place alive.
You really believe that, don't you?
What the fuck?
Did you say something?
What the fuck? Who is that? McCulloch pauses mid-step, turning to me confused.
I didn't.
You sure? I just heard.
Don't you think I'll be the first person who will know?
How are we surprised that there's ghosts at this point, you fuckhead? If it's not me talking, it's sure as shit a fucking ghost, you basket case.
Look, the ladder leading to the kitchen's up ahead. You might want to hurry. I just want to be done with this place.
See? You dragged another one.
Yeah, right. It sounds like the Marianne goes like Jessica. Was her name Jessica? No, what was her name? Fuck. What's her name? Jessica? What was Marianne's not girlfriend called? No, Abigail's the name of his car. God damn it! Wait. Yeah, but it's not her hearing them. Amy. Oh, Lorraine. Yeah. Okay. Amy. Lorraine. Okay. Yeah. I didn't get her name even a little bit right. That wasn't even a kind of bit right. This time I'm sure. There's really a voice. Well, voices. Despite the look of protest McCulloch suits me, I find myself stopping and looking for it, searching the immediate surrounding for the familiar form of the woman. I don't even have to venture far from where I'm standing. No, not so fast. No, not already. Not already, ghosts. Why already ghosts? Why already is ghosts? Wait. I'm gonna get freaking warm scared. No, it's cold. Oh, there's no good medium. There's no good medium. There's no good medium. No. Okay. Yeah, we've established this point. I'm not good at names at all. Bleh. Look, I am terrible at names. Names are not good for me, even a little bit. Just an arm's length away from me, mirror shards littered the floor. And right on the biggest fragments. Yeah, I'm good without this. They speak. All singing the same mocking tune against my ears, letting it echo throughout the small Undercroft. Murmurs and laughters, jeering, scoffing, deriding, lacing venom into every crevice in my head. Taunting me.
You dragged another person into this, Ashton.
Oh.
Into another one of your silly little problems.
All because you can't fix them on your own. You really haven't changed, have you? Some hero you are.
Useless.
Pathetic.
Oh.
You're wrong.
My mistake lies in this first instance I've answered. The very second denial slipped from my mouth, their words have also seeped into my heart. allowing it to prod at my and rouse my temper. Despite knowing that they're merely doing this to goad me, each word, each syllable trickle into me, spurring the guilt I hope I'd long buried.
Are we?
No, they're not ghost friends. They're not ghost friends. None of them are dead. Shh. Well, dead Lady McGillicuddy is, but like our friends aren't dead. No.
Or is that simply what you've been telling yourself all this time? Something to make yourself feel better, perhaps? What about Isabella? She warned you, didn't she? And you think you deserved even an ounce of her love? How dare you even confess your wretched feelings on her bedside? You can't even save her. You can't even do anything for her.
You're the one who took that letter off Isabella's hand that day. You're the one who opened it.
No, it was just the mancho, though. It wasn't the letter. Oh, okay.
How does it feel, I wonder? To know you're responsible for all of this?
What do you think I'm doing? Why do you think I'm still trying to fix this?
Oh, but you can't. It's already too late. And you know that. You know all of this is futile.
Just face it, Ashton Frey. You're a failure, and they are the ones who have to pay for it.
Yeah, this would be even worse if they'd all died. Oh my god, at this point, if everyone was a died. Oh my god, if everyone was a died at this point. Oh, bad. Oofy doofy, nope.
A badge and a gun, and you still can't protect your own friends. Can't even solve a case for an old man.
Can't even bring Luke right to justice.
Can't even keep his own family together. No wonder they left you. Before you do the same thing to them.
Mom and Dad are better off without little old you, aren't they? It's a good thing they had the sense.
I don't know why, but Zach's one is the creepiest. Zach's one is so creepy. It's so weirdly lyrical and like, it's weirdly musical. And I don't like it. Musical is right. Lyrical is not right. It's weirdly musical, and
Pitiful, isn't it? Some detective you are. Some friend you are. Some son you are. You might as well just throw that rank away. You're no use to people either way.
Yeah, it's also because Zach is prime good boy. Oh.
Shut it!
I hate this. I hate how this monster can easily get through to me. Every weakness, every insecurity it knows. To hear it in my friend's voice, even more so. But what I hate above all is...
You know it's true, though.
Oh, it's so bad! Okay.
All of it. It's why all you can do is tell us to shut up. You don't want to hear a single word, because you're already aware of it. You can't even admit it to yourself. Who's the coward now?
But no matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be able to save anyone.
Shut it! Not a single word anymore.
In the end, your own incompetence will eventually lead to the deaths of everyone you care about.
It laughs, sharp and piercing. At its sound something in me snaps. A rage hastily unfurling, red filling my vision, and the next thing I know, I'm raising my hand and... something grabs at my wrist, followed by a buzz as another voice breaks through the haze.
Don't listen to it!
The fog from my mind lifts. Every sound, every noise returns to me, flooding my every sense. Not senses. And all at once, there's this deafening silence. Slowly, I become aware of my surroundings. Bottles of wine, barrels of liquor, the faint old scent of death and decay somewhere, and a hand holding onto my wrist, as if to keep me from hurting myself. In my hand's a shard. Blood drips from where it's cut into my palm, trailing down my wrist until it disappears behind my sleeve. Not too deep, negligible even. There's pain, however. A different kind. An ache somewhere else that stems not from the wound, but where every single word is hit. When I glance up at McCulloch, she merely stares at me with wide, horrified eyes.
Don't listen to it! No matter what happens, don't do what it says. It's how it gets us.
My grip on the shard falters. What would he be doing right now if McCulloch wasn't there? Where would he be if McCulloch wasn't there? What the fuck? Okay. My grip on the shard falters, but only after I nod and drop it entirely does she release her grip. Afterwards, she simply steps back and looks away, hugging her arms closer to herself. She breathes a sigh, heavy. Perhaps weighted with her own guilt, what this monster might have used against her.
Come on, we're getting close.
She walks off without another comment, but there's worry in her as she gives the fragments one last glimpse. On the ground they lie lifeless now. No more voices, no more insults. Even as I walk away, one whispered taunt continues to ring my ears.
It's useless, Ashton Frey. You are going to die.
No, thank you! No, not Ash. Please, I like Ash. He's a bit of a tool. He's a very bad detective. He's not a detective. Maybe Marianne's ghost would be doing it. That'd be fucking great. Before he could go deeper into the wine cellar, Ashton began to hear voices coming from mirror shards on the floor, mocking him for his failures. Before he could do anything rash, Marianne stopped him. Bleatedly, he realized he had picked up a broken mirror shard. Ugh. Yeah, what if the ghosts were just nice dudes?
And you are going to die alone.
I didn't know. Oh no, I wanted to hear their creepy laugh. They were going to do a creepy laugh.
You are going to die alone.
Oh, it was just Zach. Oh, a fear, one that's been long kept in the darkest place of my heart, one that a small part of me wishes for. The trapdoor swings open without much fuss. It isn't even locked, probably left open for when Wright asks for some midnight snack. I make sure the coast is clear, of course, before I pull myself up and help McCulloch up. The butler of theirs is nowhere to be seen. He's probably sleeping, tending to his master or doing some extra late-night work before turning in for the night. Meanwhile, Wright won't touch anything to do with menial chores, not even with a 10-foot pole. It's next to impossible for him to linger here. No servants, no anyone. Just as easy as that, we're in. Gently, I close the hatch. If things go well, the same path will be our way out. If our luck doesn't hold, it's not an option now, is it? I have people waiting for me. Why is that going to be your way out? Why don't you just fucking leave? I don't care that there's people with guns. Just run. Just run. No, they can't have guns. They're not police. You're in Britain. They can't have guns. They're just fucking dudes. Outrun the dudes. Oh no. And also Marianne, like there's probably like a sink around here somewhere. You need some water, girl. I've got people waiting for me. I really don't want to think what might happen. Sometimes it's best if we simply revel in little victories. They're great blessings when everything else is going against you. And in a place like this, fraught with unknown dangers, it's a feeling that lasts only but a second. Suddenly a sob. No! Come on! Ringing out from some distant part of the house, echoing through its empty halls. Beside me, slumped on the ground, pale and breathing heavily, McCulloch immediately tenses. Her eyes go wide as she grips the sides of the counter with a force that might be enough to crack it, if only she had the strength. As it is, she can barely stand. She hasn't fully recovered. Makes sense of the 3 or more days without proper food or water. Just like, eat and drink anything you can find, girl. Oh, yeah. And it's this weakness that puts the fear in her eyes. She's aware. If something happens, there's a need to run. She won't be able to. She's a liability at this point.
Holmes, I really don't think going any further is a good idea. Look at this place. Everything seems fine. Nothing's off. Maybe we should just go? I really don't like the sound of that.
You really don't have to come with me. Just until the kitchen, yeah? We're already here. You've done your part. From here on, I'm going on my own.
Yes, I said that, but...
Can you even stand?
She doesn't answer.
You'll only be putting yourself in more danger if you follow after me. You have an easy way out of here. Stay here. Once you're okay, I need you to get yourself out of this place.
What? I'm not going to leave you!
Well, I'm not taking you with me either, lady. So
Oh
it's
my
here
God.
or out there.
You really are mad, aren't you?
Probably all will be, if no one fixes this little curse problem we have.
You think you'll find something in here? This is just a mansion, for God's sake.
Maybe it's worth a shot. Besides, if what we're hearing right now says anything, I'd say scumbags.
Who?
Right. He might be knee-deep in trouble and he has no idea about it.
McCullough still appears like she's about to argue, so instead of more words, I host her my taser and hand it to her. I don't understand why we are like, we have to make sure Luke Wright's okay. Like, he's a scumbag, but he deserves to be okay. We just have to make sure Luke Wright's okay. Wait, his what? His what? Wife? Oh shit, she's here too. Oh yeah, oh dang. I mean, I guess. Yeah, sure, we'll save her. Blech. Like I would, if I was in his position, I feel like it would be like, we have to get his wife out of here. Like, and like, you know, we're also gonna help him because no one deserves this, but we have to get his wife out of here. And I guess we'll get him too. Instead of, we have to get Luke Wright out of here. I mean, like, come on. It's Luke Wright, we have to get him out of here. What are you talking about? Like, why? Get a taser, bitch. Standard issue for every member of Luxburn Police Force, but it shouldn't take a genius to know how to aim and fire one. Even Isabella may just be able to use it without training. Yet Miss Interior Designer Extraordinaire stares at it as if I just handed her something particularly nasty.
Listen, you want to wait? Fine. I'm leaving this with you. But if I don't come back here within 15 minutes, I want you to backtrack and get the hell out of here.
Are you daft, Holmes? I already told you.
In case something goes wrong, I need someone who can tell people what's going on. Who can tell my friends what might have happened here. They're at the crawl. You know the place, right?
Oh my god. Oh god, that would have just been like, you just tell the police or something, I guess. If everyone died, oh god, I don't like the idea of everyone dying. Oh, okay. I trail off, letting the meaning of my words hang in the air. Yeah, right. I want to be optimistic about this, really. However, I'm going against something almost everybody can't quite understand. I'm just being realistic with my chances. McCullough seems to understand this as well after what I said. Any sign of protest has already died from her tongue, and she simply looks at the taser quietly. After a moment, she just nods. No! Beyond the walls of the room, the cries continue to grow louder. I take it as a sign to leave. Without another word, I slip out of the door. Upon reaching the kitchen, the crying Ashton heard from outside began anew. Unwilling to risk a civilian, the detective handed Marianne his taser. He advised her to leave him if he didn't return after 15 minutes, even if he himself was uncertain if he would. Like a siren call, her voice beckons. Finding out who that is seems like a good place to start as any. No! It's Monster! I keep to the shadows for the most part. Not that there's any need to. This entire place just feels empty. Odd when a house this big should have a large staff. You'd think there'd be one or two roaming about for some late-night chores, or someone seeking out whoever's creating this ruckus. There's none, however.
Shouldn't they have security posted inside as well?
Unless their security means the butler, though I doubt Scumbag's that sloppy. He loves his life more than anything. Probably more than his own wife. And the things he's done, he's bound to make more than an enemy or two. He's also the kind who'll do anything to keep himself safe. Alive.
I wonder what he'll say when he finds out that there's something not human living with him in his own house.
Potential dangers aside, being on my own grants me a greater degree of mobility, which I'm more comfortable with. Sure, I could have enlisted McCullough's help. Next to the people who own this, she's probably the one who's most familiar with the mansion. Wait, could I have enlisted her help? There was no way I could have enlisted her help. Oh, maybe it was like story options from ages ago. Maybe it's because we're like... Maybe it's because we're like just on the line with her. Like maybe if we were like above or like below or something, then we could have asked for her help. I don't know. Above, probably. The cons of bringing her outweigh the pros. Or maybe it was just that because, maybe it was just like, bing, because she's alive, you know? You know? Like, because she's alive. Like, and if we had killed her, then it wouldn't have said it. Maybe that's what it was. Okay. She's better off somewhere, quick exits in sight. No tag along, I have only to worry about myself. Watch my back. Selfish, I know.
But necessary.
In the same manner this whole plan is, no matter how idiotic going into this is. Yeah, you don't have a lot of chances to get ass plus Marianne relationship. I mean, there was that in the bar. There was in the bar before. Hello there, Lolly. How you doing, baby? I will see you in the lurkosphere. There was that time in the bar when they were talking when she was fucking trashed. Maybe there could have been something there that we could have done, but I'm not sure. Well, I don't know. Or maybe there were like other opportunities. Maybe if other people had died, or if like we had done a lot of other things. I don't know. We'll see. Besides, I don't really need a guide when the house layout is fairly simple, almost mirrored with how only a few modifications in the rooms. With only a few. Though I've only been here once, I think I already have a good grasp on the place's ins and outs. As long as you can tell which is east and west, it shouldn't be too hard to find my way around. After the dining room, the main foyer should be the next thing that greets me. Where the woman's cries are leading me. No! Honestly, after what's happened outside, I'm not even sure I should be trusting what I'm hearing. You should not! When the whole house is somehow seemingly devoid of any of its inhabitants, I'm inclined to look into this. More than surviving this curse, a huge part of this is my training speaking.
I just hope this isn't a crime scene I'm walking into.
Nothing's ever that simple, isn't it? Not when you're dealing with the supernatural. Nope. Because as soon as my feet cross into the next room, oh! Something shifts. That's not great. That's not ideal is the only problem. Oh. This is not ideal. In a flash, nearly without fanfare. It happens in the blink of an eye. I almost miss it. One moment there's red, the next. Okay, that's fine then. We're good. No, we're good. Bye. I'm standing alone in the foyer. For a brief instant, I pause, glancing wildly around the place, blinking twice as if my movements will spur the vision back. Yet, nothing. No blood dripping on the walls, none trailing down the stairs or pooled on the floor, no eyes watching my every movement. Only the same cries gradually growing in intensity the longer I dally. Along with a voice! Desperate.
Where are you, Mother?
Pleading.
Mother, please. I don't want to be alone.
Coming from the same direction I heard the cries from. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god. Upstairs. The place is not entirely empty then. Better question now is who. Definitely not Scumbag or the butler. Yet to see hide nor hair of them, not knowing their whereabouts puts me on the edge. It's just on edge, right? Whatever. I have to be careful not to make any noise or be seen. Why does it say stories updated? What else could have happened there? What else could have happened there? What else happened here? Oh my god. I don't like the blink when I can't like trace it back to a choice that I made in the past. Like, what choice could I have made along the way where he'd be like, I could be seen or heard, whatevs. Schwatevs. Maybe the wife, though one can't really tell if it's her. The one. The way the walls echo her voice. Would this have not happened if, like, she had died, maybe? Was there a time that she could have died? I know that she could have been taken over by the house, whatever. Nevertheless, it pushes me to move. Taking almost 2 steps at a time, despite the sickening feeling that something's lurking behind every great shadow, every small corner I pass. Yeah, right. I'm excited to see the dialogue tree when I'm allowed. I'm excited. As if the house has several eyes watching my every movement. As if something alive dwells behind the walls itself. God damn it again! Click. Oh, okay. Oh, not the cries! Upon reaching the kitchen, the crying Ashton heard outside. I thought it was like the crying Ashton heard. The crying Ashton heard from outside began anew. On alert, he continued deeper into the mansion. Even if he was uncertain he would get out of the place alive. It's like little boy. Okay. Ugh. I tried to shake it off, but the uneasy sensation has already made home in a pit of my stomach. Dread. And it only grows deeper the closer I get to her. The relative emptiness of the place doesn't help either. Neither does the harsh wind battering the windows nor the sheets of rain pelting down the roof. For a fleeting second, I find myself wishing for Scumbag to simply show up. I don't get too far down this train of thought. Somehow it's worse. Abruptly, the cries stop. Has that door ever been open before? Why is that door open? Was that door open before? Was that door open before? When we were playing before, was that door open before? Oh. Replacing it with...
Mother, please. She's here. She's here, Mother. She's going to take me.
Yeah, this is Charlotte. Wait, so is all the crying... Is the crying Charlotte, like the daughter of the Ermiger daughter? And then like the other one is like the witch that she burned? I don't know. Okay.
She won't leave, Mother. Mother, I don't want to go with her. Tell her to go away. Mother! Mother, she's here! Help!
Or is that Hannah? But no, that makes no sense. Okay. That can't be good. Adrenaline overcomes me in a rush. In no 2 heartbeats, my feet's already moving. My feet's already moving. My feet are already moving. Before any sense can catch up or doubt creeps into me. My hands ready for the holster as I hastily set off for the far side of the hall. One alarm footstep after another while struggling to keep that sense of panic at bay. The door lies ajar at the end, coming from the floor above. Okay, so that wasn't open before. Good.
She's going to hurt me! Help me!
I don't hesitate. Moving in, despite the lack of light, the steep stairs and the thick layer of dust kicking up with my every step. I pause only a moment upon reaching the top. And without waiting a second, I push the door open. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. Oh. Okay, so the crying ghost is different from the ghost. That's fun. Or is, oh, maybe they're gonna switcheroo me again. I don't know. Okay. She sits in the middle of the room, shoulders hunched, shaking. Her hands cover her face as she weeps, oblivious to my presence. It's as if she heard neither my footsteps nor the soft creaking of the door, continuing undisturbed like I'm standing in a time far removed from her. She doesn't even flinch when I call out to her.
Hey, are you alright?
Mother.
Nope.
I've done it.
Nope.
Take me with you, please.
Wait, I've done what? You've done what? Oh no, are you the ghost? Oh God. Throughout the hallowed halls, her voice rings. That's the most recent thing is called Wails in the Night. Throughout the hallowed halls, her voice rings. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I hate this.
I can still hear her. She's here. Help me! Help me, please!
Bleededly, I noticed the blood in our hands. If it's the same one drenching the whole attic, I'd rather not know. I'm dying, Craig, help! Okay. The whole room has ended up like this. Oh, how the whole room has ended up like this is the least of my problems at the moment. Even the single human body doesn't have this much blood. So, bodies? The thought sends an unpleasant twinge into my stomach. Does Wright even know about this? He's bad news, all right, but this is beneath him. He'll definitely balk at the sight of it. Anyone will. Yet the woman lingers here, unmoved by the sight, letting her sobs fill the room, repeating the words over and over again like a prayer of salvation. To whom? Her mom, I guess. The mess of parchment she has left on the floor. Just what the hell is happening?
Hey, lady, are you?
The rest of that question never makes it out. I don't even see it coming. Should have been more aware and on guard, really. Ooh. No, what? There's little I can do when a well-placed blow to the back of my knees makes me stumble. Momentum alone sends me reeling forward. No, wait, what? The sobs led Ashton to the mansion's attic. In the middle of the room, he found a woman crouched on the floor crying. Cautiously he approached her, but as he was about to reach out for her, someone grabs him from behind. Go. The momentum alone sends me reeling forward. It barely even registers in my head that the woman's gone and the room's as normal as it can be. Not above the pain suddenly shooting up my side when I hit the floor. I don't even get the chance to get my bearings back when a hard enough blow to the stomach causes me to buckle down and land heavily on my knees. Gasping, I fumble wildly for my gun. This is a person. Though before I'm able to turn it, level it, and shoot, a hand grabs my wrist and twists it. I have such a bad feeling it's gonna be fucking Johannes, and I don't want it to be. Hard. A gasp. A grunt. A cry of pain slips past my mouth. The gun falls to the floor with a thunk. It better not be. Come on. As soon as it lands, a foot kicks it out of my reach, and it slides uselessly under the bed. Agony suddenly explodes in my chin, jerking loose a sharp cry of pain, and stars fill the edges of my vision. A brief moment of regret hits me for leaving my taser with McCulloch when a piece of cloth closes around my neck. Without warning, my attacker pulls tight. I'm left gasping, choking, clawing for air, blindly reaching behind me as I try to fight him off and loosen the pressure on my neck. Except any sort of movement only causes him to pull it taut.
My, so many rats scurrying about in this mansion lately.
I'm so mad at you, game. I told you if you're gonna make it Johannes, I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad because as soon as he introduced him and they were like, oh, like, look at this cool character, I was like, I love him. God, I hope he's not a murderer. I'm so mad at this game. He might be possessed. Yeah, he might be. It's not gonna be though, is he? It's not gonna be though, is he? I'm so mad. I'm so mad because I saw it and I just hoped so badly because it was at every turn. Like when fucking McCulloch got sent down into the goddamn basement, I was like, yeah, is he one of the fucking kids in that goddamn thing, or like one that got away or some shit? I don't know. I'm so mad about it. Ugh, shut up, game. Yeah, Wright's butler, thanks.
Tell me, what did you do with the madam?
I hate you so much, game. I have no idea what he's talking about. Something happened to Hannah Wright?
Let go, you
What?
asshole.
Now, Dummkopf, you're in no position to be rude. Last time I checked, I'm not the one breaking into other people's homes.
This... hopeful. Look, let's hold out. Look, again, I'm gonna hold out hope. Maybe he just thinks this boy's breaking and entering and he's not here to do a murder. I doubt it, but...
Now answer my question. What did you do with the madam?
Hopefully he's just doing this because he thinks we're breaking and entering, and it's fine. The pain rings and resonates through my already sore body. Still, I manage to write it out and spit out a mutinous beans.
Keep that dirty mouth babbling and you're getting a knife in the kidney.
All right, boy. Okay.
I assure you, it will be more painful than this.
He really does need to threaten me by now. It's all too much to bear. At this point, nailed it. My lungs feel like they're burning with the lack of air. Dark spots begin to fill the edges of my vision. Ever so slowly, the world around me dims. My consciousness rapidly slips away from me, without meaning to.
Ashton Frey!
Hearing that voice, it's as if I've been doused with a bucket full of ice-cold water. Familiar. Too familiar. And more importantly, it shouldn't be here. Shouldn't be hearing it here. She shouldn't be here. She should still be in the hospital, safe. Yet it seems a part of me still hangs on to a sliver of hope. She'll be here. So without sparing it some more thorough thought, I snap my eyes open. Of course, there's no one.
Did you really think she'd be here?
Except for the murmur of voices in my ears, whispering phrases as sharp as a blade, each one scathing as the next. Words that, although I know my friends won't ever utter, still digs a deep wound, seeping into me as if they're simply another truth.
It's useless, Ashton Frey.
But repeat a lie often enough and it becomes the truth, they say. And slowly a part of me is starting to believe it. Damn it.
You are going to die.
Shut up.
Okay, I'm surprised you're still a fake. I can't do this accent. Another bout of pain erupts from my side. Why would they put me on blast like that? Make me do an accent when I can't do it. Okay. Another bout of pain erupts in my side, cutting off my words. A cry of agony bursts from my mouth. I can taste blood in my tongue as I heave, attempting to get in as much air despite the towel is still coiled around my neck.
You bastard.
You butthole.
You're going to lose air quickly that way, Dummkopf. Better keep it shut.
Then he laughs. No! Too cruel and too unforgiving. The way each note beats against my ears in spite of the warmth in them send chills down my spine. Oh, come on! This is no! Come on! Why? This is a man whose hands have already been stained with blood before. He won't hesitate. He won't hesitate, bitch! Okay.
And you are going to die alone.
Panic surges within me. Out of some instinct and desire to survive, I ducked. Hard, pulling him forward with me and quickly reaching over my shoulder to grab at his arm. Judo him! Judo him so good! Judo him so good! Judo him so good! Judo him, you motherfuckers! Get that judo on! Judo him to death! Judo a motherfucker to death! Fuck you! I'm so mad about this. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Yeah, a tricky situation by a hair's breadth. I'm so mad. So mad. Have you tried using Steam's verified game integrity thingy? Maybe Fire 2 got lost when I installed it, causing some of the voice lines to be missing. Oh, I've not done that. No, I might give it a go. I'll give it a go. Thank you. Throwing him over my shoulder with as much strength I can muster, I judo his ass into the ground. Something whizzes against my ears. The towel on my neck loosens. My head is pounding. In a rush of air, he lands back first on the floor with a heavy slap. Judo him to death? So, why did they have to make my sweet boy a murder boy? I'm mad at myself because I just kept trying to be like, oh no, it'll be fine. They won't do me dirty like this. I knew it. In my heart I knew it was gonna do me dirty like this. In my heart I knew. So mad about it. I'm so mad about it. Okay. Before he can recover or make a grab at me, I'm drawing back my arm and bringing my fist down on his face. Ooh. Aw, I hope he's possessed. Okay. There's a moment of silence. Ah, beans, I can barely keep my eyes open. But in the next second, his grip on me loosens. He's out. And I'm... I collapse on the floor, dazed and gasping for air. Ugh, I'm so mad about it. I mean, I kind of knew, like, well, no, I knew from like, I knew there was the possibility from the start, but like, it was when Marianne was in the basement, and then he was just like, okay, you can go down into the basement, but I'll come after you in a little file to make sure that you don't, you know, that you come back up, you know. And then she was in there, and then she felt something shove, and then she went to the basement. It has to be him, right? So mad about it. Ashton attempted to fight back, but his attacker quickly disarmed him, looping a towel around his neck and strangling him. But just when he was about to lose consciousness, a familiar voice called out to him. Oh yeah, it's always the butler done did it. The butler did it again. I'm so mad.
I want my sweet boy. Ugh, why do you take away the things I love?
Collapsed on the floor, dazed and gasping for air. From my peripheral through this haze of blood rushing and the sound slowly filtering back, the butler lay still, knocked unconscious by a man half his size and half breathing.
He'll be out for a while.
I have no idea whether I should laugh or cry at that. Tie him up or some shit. But it's done, and slowly, every tense muscle in my body eases. A long, gradual process of tension lifting. For countless seconds, I remain quiet, with only my short gasps and sighs to fill the silence, allowing the adrenaline to ebb away and my breathing to slow. Not a true repose by any means, but simply a brief respite. Or respite. People say both. There's still the curse. I'm still inside the mansion, in imminent danger. I still have no idea how to fix this. Something different here happened for Dodger and Jesse? I should have watched that playthrough through, huh? I should have just watched like the first episode. I mean, to be fair, when I was like listening, well, yeah, I was falling asleep and I only made it through a couple of episodes, so I was like, I don't know, I didn't pay that much attention to it, I guess. So like most of this game was like a complete surprise to me. But like while I was like, when I was like, oh, I could watch it for like subsequent sweeps, I was like, no, I kind of want to play this game myself, so I just didn't. So, what happened different? No, I'll be able to find it. Okay. There's still, because I think I know I think that they managed to keep Isabella alive, right? I think that's as much as I got to. I think that they kept Isabella alive. Okay. Still the curse. I'm still inside the mansion in imminent danger. Still have no idea how to fix this. Outside, the rain seems to only intensify. Lightning flashes fleetingly somewhere, white and piercing, and the sky rumbles. No rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. I stir minutes later, once I've recovered and regained some semblance of sense. Okay, and strength, whatever. I'm done. Breathing still hurts, but it's bearable, as is moving. Though every small motion causes a wince, there'll be bruising tomorrow. I can manage. Retrieving my gun from under the bed is easy, but only with some effort I'm able to drag an unconscious man to the far end of the room, snapping one end of a handcuff on his wrist, thank God, while fastening the other onto the bed frame. That should keep him restrained for a few hours, while I'm free to get the beans out of here and do what I done comed for. That isn't to say I'm all better. Still feel shaky after what happened. Everything still hurts, but it's a significant improvement from my previous predicament. Without another look back, I closed the room behind me, ignoring the whispers and desperate cries still ringing in my ears. Power still hasn't come back when I make my way downstairs. Tricky, considering the stairs to the attic are a bit old. One misstep and anyone might end up slipping and falling. You're lucky if that's all that will happen to you.
With the stairs this steep, a broken neck is a likely outcome.
Don't say that! With nothing to guide me through the dark. I'm gonna have to remember that. That feels like something that like later they're gonna be like, do you wanna run up the stairs to get away from him? Like, no, 'cause broken neck. With nothing to guide me through the darkness, I have to feel my way down. carefully listening for each creak and noise, checking each step I land on before placing a foot on it. Right on cue, same board I'm stepping on creaks and suddenly breaks, the pieces falling somewhere with a dull thunk.
Oh, shit.
Beans.
Scumbag wouldn't be too happy about that. Ow, my foot.
Outside, the winds have intensified. Even from here, I can hear the gusts battering the window in the attic. That's not wind, is it? Makes you wonder why up until now, the only person I've encountered in this house is the butler. Although to some degree, that makes sense. He is in charge of running the place. Where are the other servants, though? In this storm, wouldn't anyone want to stay inside? The likely assumption is they're all asleep. The route I've taken doesn't really pass by the rooms they've likely assigned as the servants' quarters. However, they've also heightened security. I brushed it off earlier, thinking they'll be posted a lot closer to where the master's rooms are. But the second floor is devoid of everyone as well. As if every inhabitant in this place suddenly disappeared overnight. More importantly,
Where is Scumbag?
I don't like this. Why aren't you looking for Miss Wright? Oh my god, okay. I don't like this at all. The fact that I'm here right in the beans and middle of it makes me feel queasy. The feeling only escalates once I reach the landing and swing the door open. Okay. Where's McCullough? Where's McCullough? Only to be greeted by the kitchen. Pots, pans, and all. Yeah, what? That's not where you should be. That's not where you should be. Oh god. There's confusion as I look wildly around the place, wordlessly taking in my surroundings. With each turn and shift of my eyes, apprehension slowly dawns on me like a bag of bricks. Wasn't that door supposed to open to a hallway? The pressing matter right now is... We did tell her to stay there. What? No, this is like a dream or a nightmare or something. This is a dream or a nightmare or something. This is a dream or a nightmare or something. Fuck off. One corner, Zach and Rebecca watch almost as surprised to see me. McCulloch's also with them. Of course, she didn't listen to me, even if I've already exceeded the 15 minutes we agreed on. What? Though color and strength seem to have already returned to her, enough for her to be able to stand unassisted. No, I don't trust this. I don't know if I trust this. The empty plate on the counter appears to have played a part in that. Good news, I guess. As for the other two, however, relieved as I am, they've had the sense not to venture deeper into the mansion. I can't help but roll my eyes at the both of them.
Zach, I said 4 hours.
I know, but Rebecca asked and... Come on, bro. You know I ain't a very good liar. And you know how she is.
How would you have got here specifically?
And it didn't even occur to you to stop her?
I tried, all right? Even G. She was out the door before I could say anything.
Did you really think you could hide this from us?
I had to, Becca. And how did you guys even get in here?
Both of them exchanged a look. One I absolutely don't like. In the end, it's Rebecca who speaks up, albeit with a bit of hesitation.
Someone was screaming, Ash. It led us here.
I don't know if I trust them, this to be actually them. I mean, this hasn't happened before, but we're not supposed to be in the kitchen. This isn't supposed to be the kitchen. And they're just here? Oh. Without warning, the door behind me slams shut.
We need to get out of here.
Screw right. I need to get these people out of here. Luckily, we're in the kitchen and we have 2 ways out. The back door and the cellar offers. The back door, maybe? Oh my god. Except the hatch won't budge as I pull at it. Neither does the back door. As if something has locked it firmly on the other side. Zach also gives it a few tries, but even with the big guy's strength, it won't open. There's a long bout of silence in which we simply look at each other, likely sharing the same thoughts. Trapped. Something or someone has intentionally led us here. Why are they here? Is this real? Is this real? Oh god. Okay. Ah, beans. In that same moment, once realization dawns in, something shifts again. I mean, this doesn't even look like blood. You've just made the room a bit pink. Okay, sure, blood, sure. In every nook and cranny, over every surface and every inch of the floor. Wait, when did this happen? When did we get journal entry? Is that just now? I'm so paranoid about everything. Still reeling from the attack, Ashton carefully made his way downstairs. However, instead of a hallway, the kitchen greeted him instead. I don't trust it. Before he could understand what's happening, it slammed shut behind him and the whole mansion started to shift. I don't know if I trust this to be real. This time, unlike the first one I've seen, it remains, and gradually the whole room begins to reek of that familiar metallic scent, sharp and suffocating. Around us, every object, including the cupboards, has started to rattle as well. The sounds from outside, foreboding rumble of thunder, the howling winds have begun to fade away, replaced by whispers, shouts, cries of pain. Though inaudible, each beat and note bombards every crevice in my head with vague images and sounds. There's no time to make sense of everything, however. So I'm already shouting, fueled purely by adrenaline, barking orders and making a break for the door that leads to the next room, the dining. It should take us straight to the foyer, where the main door is.
Move! Run!
Right in front of us, the mansion has started to change and we're in the thick of it. However, instead of the dining room like it's supposed to open to, the bedroom welcomes us instead. An image that lasts only but a second before blood begins to seep into the room. See, that looks like blood. See, they've put blood in this one. Oh my god. Filtering into the walls, trickling from every nook and cranny, everywhere, furniture shakes and every beam rattles. Before we can even step back from the horror gradually unfolding in front of us, the door slams shut. A loud thud, bringing a sense of dread and chill creeping up in each of us. Along with it is another realization. The whole place is reordering itself. With the door closed tight behind us, showing no signs of budging even through sheer force. There's no choice but to go forward and hope to all gods that it'll lead to us to an exit. Until then, running's the only thing we can do, spurred by nothing but fear and a sense of desperation to live.
It's useless, Ashton Frey.
But with each room we pass, it only becomes more apparent that the house has no intention of letting us leave. It lured all of us here and we've fallen for it. Now it's playing a little game with us, a sordid form of amusement. For whom? Their laughters are the only things we can hear. Ah, help me! Okay. It's spooky! Okay. With every hall we cross and door we slide open, the hope of finding an exit merely dwindles. Yeah. The gun at my hip is useless here. I'm useless here. Some mother beansing genius I am. Some beansy person I am to beans with. All of those, they mean nothing in the face of the unknown.
You finally figured it out. Huh, Ashton Frey. Just give it up.
I do mean help me, and I don't like that I do mean help me. God damn it. God motherfuck whore. Did they say that? Oh, that one doesn't exist. Cool.
They're all dying because of you. Bloop.
And you are going to die alone.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Beansing! Fucking hell, Ashton. You're a sweet beans boy. You're a sweet beans boy. Okay.
You know it's true, though.
All of it. It's why all you can do is tell us to shut up. You don't want to hear a single word, because you're already aware of it. You can't even admit it to yourself. Who's the coward now?
But no matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be able to save anyone.
The more gruesome this place turns, the bleaker our chances simply get. Wails and screams fill our ears as we pass by, words from a time and people long gone, laced with nothing but pure agony, calling out, reaching out to us. Their voice is almost too real, as if we're not the only ones trapped here, that there are others begging for release from this wretched place. Or maybe it's all just a show, a taste of what we'll all eventually be, souls forever held captive in a never-ending nightmare.
Mother, I've done it, Mother. Take me with you, please.
I don't know if you're creepy or not. Well, you are creepy, but oh god, okay. Is she in your head? Is that what it is, Charlotte? Oh, this is the daughter of the people that own the mansion, and I don't know what her deal is. Oh.
Help me! Help me, please!
God damn it. Is this what the curse is? What it means for all of us? The letter is not, it's not a letter. The letter is not a morbid cry for help, but an invitation. A beckoning for unsuspecting souls to be dragged into this place's horrors. To be put under centuries and centuries of torment and agony. Oh no, yeah, so if it's like a help me, like a, not a help me out of this, but like a help me do bad things. Oh, I don't like that. Ugh. Suddenly, dying a painful death seems preferable, enticing than ending up here, living a tortured existence. Perhaps it's all the same. Still, hope worms its way into me. Not a usual thing for someone like me. But after going through countless doors and corridors, every little sign of hope I'm willing to cling to, as long as it will get us out of here. We're back in the dining room again. How long have we been running? How long since we left the kitchen? At some point I've lost track of time. With the windows barred tight and the sounds lifting in the air, with nothing but shouts and shrieks, it's impossible to tell. Not that it matters when the end is in sight. Shelves and furnishings bar the door, each stained with blood and gore, but that if the situation isn't as desperate as it is, I'd find a different way out. But there's a gap left at the topmost part for a person to go through, as long as you use the shelves to climb.
It's next it all right.
From here I can spy the familiar walls of the foyer. Relief, only relief washes over me. Although my legs have been strained taut by all that running, and every bone and muscle in my body ache, there's only an easing. A sense of tension relieving while energy flows back through me again at the sight of an end. No sooner am leading us all out of it. Zap helps McCulloch first, assisting her up and through the gap. I don't know why, I still don't trust that it's them. I don't trust anything. How were they just there? How are they just there? Oh my God. Before giving a hand to Rebecca. The moment the ladies are in, I nod for him to go through.
Go ahead. I'll watch your back.
Surprisingly, he does it without any protests. Not that there's any need to. Sometime after entering this room, the whole place has calmed down. I don't trust him. I don't trust them. I don't trust that they're real. Okay. I don't know if... They could have gone the same way Ash did, go down through the cellars and back up? That's mental. Oh no. Then they would have been like, what was with that weird ass basement, huh, Ash? I don't trust this. No wails, no whispers, just a silence too deafening. I'm not letting my guard down until everyone's on the other side of this nightmare safe. For all I know, this might just be a calm before another storm. It defos is! Without further incident, however, Zach makes it to the other side, and I'm following after him. Please don't grab me. However odd this hush is, I turn my back from it and climb up. It's a tight fit, but I manage to squeeze myself in. The unease remains, though. Maybe it's the adrenaline still coursing through me, or how easy everything has been after living through that nightmare, fleeting as it is. For some reason, something's still nagging at me. Call it a detective's instinct, or my training, or whatnot. I have a feeling something's gonna happen and catch us unprepared. Subconsciously, before dropping down on the better side of the stream, my hand shifts to the gun at my hip. Instincts never failed me before. I don't trust them. My feet haven't even landed firmly on the floor when...
Had I known there would be a party in my own home tonight, I would have opened a bloody bottle or two.
Okay, maybe they are, if he sees them. Oh God.
People these days, in my own home, can you believe it? I feel so left out.
I'm so scared. Okay. A chill seeps into every vein in my body. All of a sudden, every ache, every pain returns to me tenfold, and my knees threaten to buckle at the sound of his voice. Though it appears friendly, I know it's anything but. One does not spend investigating a man like him for over a year and holding a grudge against him for more without knowing everything about him, apart from the fact that his fucking best friend is the chief of police. Yeah, that was baffling to you. I'm so done, Ash. His quirks, his habits, I'm familiar with all of them. Right now, Luke Mother Beans and Right is beyond Peavity'd. Why have I ruined this game? Okay. Shifting my gaze upwards is nearly too painful, knowing the danger. Not to me. Never gonna let that go. No, he's a terrible detective. But to those who have been lured here by this curse. Okay, they might be real. They might be real if he's aiming a gun at them, huh? Hey, Luke. Would this be where Isabella would be standing if we hadn't comaed her? Oh, okay. The handgun catches my eyes first, next to that smarmy smile on his face while he holds McCulloch, Zach, and Rebecca at gunpoint. Its sight, enough to lodge a painful thorn up my throat. How the fuck did they just get... I don't know what... it still creeps me out. I've been too complacent, too focused on other things that I've completely set aside the fact Scumbag will not be too pleased to see us here without knowing our reasons. But even with those good intentions, curses, ghostly apparitions aside, we're still trespassing in his home. Question is, if he's even aware that the whole of his household was somehow disappeared and he might be the only one here. Likely not. Ah, beans. Even with people he knows among the crowd, there's significant effort in him not to simply shoot everyone in sight.
And really, Daisy, even you, what would Kylie say?
Luke, this isn't what you're thinking. You have to listen to us. There's something going on here.
Well, obviously, why else would people be trespassing in my home? What about the photographer over there then? You were the photographer, right?
Oh, cool. So it's not horrifically racist at this moment. That's
What's your
fun.
excuse? Checking back if your clients are doing okay? Is that it? Is this what this is?
We're doing good, by the way. Why do you keep doing this?
Please, sir.
Oh, please, what?
Do you know anyone who uses beans as a swear word? I mean, as a swear word replacement. Ah, beans. Ah, beans. Okay.
Rebecca's right, sir. Something ain't right here. We ain't here to harm you or anything. We're just here to help.
Tut tut! Not a good excuse, especially coming from you. Let's simplify it. You people are the ones who need to get out of my sight.
Don't worry. I might consider pressing lighter charges for the woman.
Cool.
Can't say the same for the rest of you. But really now, I swear the people of this city need to be taught the meaning of privacy. This is how you want to start the week. Why don't we just go with a bloody massacre if we want to surprise people in their homes, huh?
Casually, he waves the handgun at them, and it's as if it's just a mere toy and his words are no threat. The safety's off on his. Nothing's stopping him from pushing through on his words. Call me paranoid, but the light gesture, I draw my own and level it at him, finger on the trigger and ready to release a safety catch in case things go south. Oh! Oh, God! He's quick to train his own on me, though. Just like that, we're at a standstill. This is gonna get very bad, huh? This is about to get super bad, huh? Oh my god. Oh my god. After a long, desperate run in search of a way out, the house calmed down for some reason. An exit's finally inside. Waiting on the other side, however, is this boy.
Now, Feathers. Manners.
Why does he call me Feathers?
You're in no
What?
position to be pointing that gun at people.
Why don't you put yours down first, and then we'll talk about manners.
Oh, he talks back. The gall. You know, your kind pisses me off so much.
Shooting him right now would be so worth it. The way he stares at me like I'm a damn pest. This isn't what I've come here for. I'm not a murderer. As much as I loathe him, I'm not the kind who would kill people in cold blood for my own gain or amusement. The law will bring him what he deserves one of these days. At the moment, however, we're all in the same boat with this curse. He needs to understand that. The longer we stand here, the more time we're wasting and losing, something we don't have much of. How can I convince him? This comes so full of himself. He prefers to hear the sound of his own voice more than those of the people around him, no matter how much sense they make. Probably the only way I can make him is to listen as if I beg. No way in hell that's happening. Okay, I mean, I feel like you should beg rather than everyone die, you fucking son of a cunt. Beg him. Look, if you think that's the only way to make him do it, beg him. I don't care. Get on your fucking hands and goddamn knees. Story updated. My life's not the only one at risk here, however. There's Zach. There's Rebecca. McCulloch's here. Look, I know that he doesn't have much of a horse in McCulloch's fucking race, but I like, there's Zach, there's Rebecca, McCulloch, whatever. We're all unknowing victims to this mother beans and curse. I'm in no position to pick who to save and who I should simply let die. Suppose my pride can take a few hits, and I can set aside my beef with this butt face. Take a deep breath, slowly I lower my pistol. Please don't shoot me! Please don't shoot me, my boy. I did save it before that, right? Yeah, just in case, because I want to know what happens. Like when I go back and do like alternate endings, I want to know what happens. Though still on the edge and at ready, in case he does something, I do my best to assume a less aggressive stance.
Listen, right. I need you to...
Swallow my pride. Let's see the text for this thing. Swallow my pride.
There are more important things, no matter how much you hate his guts.
Aww. Good Chivo. Good Chivo. Good Chivo.
You broke into my house, and somehow, you expect me to listen like a good little boy. Are you a bit touched in the head, Feathers?
Why am I feathers?
I'm not the one breaking laws here.
Why am I feathers?
Look here, fucker. If I wanted you dead, I could have done it so many times already.
I didn't have time to cover it up with beans, and it was so good. It was so good. Look here, fucker. I was said with the proper amount of venom. Holy shit, that was very good. That was very good. I mean, like, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, that was one of like the easier hints that it gave. Just being like, oh, probably the only thing to do that we would actually do is like I could do is beg him. But maybe something else. I'm like, no, I don't give a shit about your pride, you piece of crap. Fucking ugh. I don't know why I've done this to Ash. I don't know why I've done. He likes to swear, and I appreciate that in a person. I love it in a person. It was very good though.
In
Fucker.
fact, I can easily shoot you down right here, right now. And you won't be able to do a damn thing, even with that gun.
Suddenly he laughs, almost howling in fact, like I've told him the best joke he's heard in all of his life. Only thing missing is for him to keel over and start rolling around on his floor, all while I do my best not to sock him in the sorry end of my pistol.
You have guts, Feathers. You have guts.
Why is he feathers?
Did you hear what you just told me? You've just threatened me inside my own house. My own home. You know what I'm thinking right now? In another lifetime, we would have probably gotten along well.
Eat a butt. He's right on that. What? Might have ended up like him if I didn't have Professor Andrew, Rebecca, Zach, and Isabella. One mistake and it would have been too late for me. How do you get that? How do you get that from anything that's happened here? You're not a horrifying racist. You'd never guess how exactly would have ended badly for Ash if you disarmed him? Can I make a guess? I'm gonna make a guess. I guess. Maybe. So I feel like the answers would either be like they try to disarm him and then the gun goes off and shoots someone, someone else. Or they would, yeah, sure, tell me if I'm wrong or not. Or you would disarm him, and then it would be like, oh, what? So you disarm me. What are you doing now, fuckstick? And then Ash would be like, yeah, I've got one over on you. And then behind Ash, there would be Ghost, and Ghost is there, and he's not able to shoot him. Right? Like the Ghost is just like, meh, and like Luke's just like, well, I would shoot Ghost if I had gun. I don't know. With his laughter rings all the possibilities I could have lived, but I've never been given the choice. That's not far. Ismay. Horror tropes. Okay. Because I have other people with me. People who care. Look, I don't understand this fucking line of thinking. You're not like him. Like, you're both ballsy, I guess, is the only thing that we're getting from this. But, like, he's a horrific racist and, like, massive womanizing, like, sexist pig fuck. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, God. A sobering realization. But not so much when suddenly his chuckling stops. There we go! Ismay, chops. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be the thing? Is this gonna be it? Okay. And suddenly his chuckling stops. 2 heartbeats, he marches towards me, grabs my collar, and aims his gun right at my head. Is this it?
Luke, no!
Hey, now you two, I'm sure we can all talk about this first.
Is this what it is? At this distance, a slight flick of the finger on his trigger would be more than able to kill me. Is this
What
it?
is it that you people really want with me?
Oh no, this is just different. Ah, dang it.
This is the second time this week, and I'm really getting weary of this little game. Did the NCA send you to apprehend
maybe
me,
not.
or has somebody paid you off to kill me? Which one is it, Feathers?
Why am I feathers?
Mind you, my arm's getting tired. Better answer quick if you don't want to beat the business end of this gun.
I keep my eyes trained on him, in spite of the huge threat he poses right now. As if there's anything people like him, like us, prefer, it's honesty. Don't give that impression without keeping a solid eye contact.
I'm not with NCA. I'm just here to help. There's something else in this house, and we're all in danger. You have to believe me, right? You need to let us go. You need to get out of here before it's too late. If you want to keep your sorry ass alive, you'll listen to people with more brain cells than you.
Why, you insolent!
His finger moves, but I'm prepared. My hand ready to reach up, disarm him, and knock him out. If I have to drag him out of this place unconscious to keep him from suffering the fates of every other person who's died from this curse, so be it. However, before either of us can fire a shot or tackle the other to the ground, another voice echoes throughout the foyer. A small little thing compared to the storm raging outside. It rings above it, nevertheless, causing us to all of us to stop and turn. That's not ideal. At the top of the staircase, Hannah Wright stands. To make matters worse, that thing's behind her, menacing, a rotting hand wrapped firmly around her neck. She looks like death. Pale and shaky, eyes red with tears, we nearly don't hear her as she pleads.
Luke, help me. Please.
Jesus Christ. Outside, another streak of lightning flashes and a clap of thunder ripples across the sky. As if this whole thing can get any more foobar than it already is. What's foobar? I only know Foobar is a really shitty nightclub in Sterling. What's Foobar? What's Foobar if not that? Ooh. Achievement in Death's Grip. As if this whole thing can't get any more Foobar than it already is. Cool, it's mocking me twice over. Foobar. What the fuck is Foobar then? Why was... Foobar is the best act. What does it mean? What does it mean? Why was the shitty club in the fucking city I went to uni in? What do you like? What? Why is my uni city fucking shitty nightclub called Foo Bar? Fucked up beyond all recognition. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, that feels very Sterling University to me. That feels very Sterling University to me. Fuck me dry and sideways. God damn it, Sterling. I could never go to Foo Bar. It always gave me panic attacks. Don't know why. Don't know why. Like, I went in one time and I had a panic attack, and so I associated the place with panic attacks, so any other time I tried to go, panic attacks. Ding! It was fun. And you're like, oh no, I pushed my friend real bad because I was having a panic attack, and she was like wanting to comfort me, and I was just like fucking like shoved her away, and I felt so fucking bad. But like some people, if they're having a panic attack, they do not touch them. There's some people who would like touch and would like yes, but ask them if they're having a panic attack. Just like be like, touch, no touch, touch, no touch. Ah, it's using military movies to describe a mission that's gone sideways. Interesting. God damn it. In spite of the danger Luke Wright posed at the moment, Ashton lowered his gun and assumed an imploring tone towards the man he hated. Amidst the tense air, a voice suddenly echoed in the foyer. There, at the top of the grand staircase, stood Hannah Wright. I didn't get Hannah. Yeah, like I heard that Hannah could get possessed, so like, what? Oh my god. Wait, what did the date say? I wasn't paying attention. What did the date say? Shit, what did the date say? Oh my god, we're on Luke. What did the date say? Shit. Oh my god, we're on Luke. Oh my god, we're on Luke. No. Wait, what was the date? Did anyone see the date? Shit. Luke. Fuck off, Luke. Oh, I don't want to do this. Right. Oh, he's a Leo. I'm a Leo, you shit cunt. I hate you. He's a president and CEO. He's British. He's an atheist, raised Anglican, high school dropout, privately tutored. He likes bread pudding, dogs, wine, and absinthe, piano playing, daffodils, money, women, and power. It's pretty early in the story. Oh my god. A prostitute's son, he spent his sex worker. He spent his childhood roaming the streets, begging or pickpocketing in order to avoid home. Interesting. Home meant a too drunk mother and her equally drunk clients, some of who would take to beating the child out of anger if he so much as looked at them wrong. That meant he was always in trouble in one form or another. Nothing was done to correct it until, in a sober moment, his mother found out about the abuse and promised to take better care of her son. Luke was happy for a while, but his mother's bad habits led to an early grave and left him orphaned until his biological father, a businessman with no legitimate heir, sought him out. He was trained to inherit the right enterprise, but along the way got mixed up with illegal activities. That put the company in a bad spot after his assistant ran off with a large sum of dirty money. Bankruptcy would have been inevitable if he hadn't married Hannah. Dope! Cool. Look. I know they're like, fucking throw a sad backstory at me. That's fine. Do what you fucking want. We've all had fucked up well, not all had fucked up childhoods, but like, there's been a lot of fucked up childhoods that people have had without turning into complete assholes, huh? It's also baffling to me that they're like, yeah, he spent a lot of time on the streets, like, begging and like, not being able to like rub two fucking cents together, and then he's an asshole to people without money. That feels like a kind of, I don't know, it feels cheap, you know? I don't know, it feels cheap to me that they're just like, oh no, look, now he's got a sad, we're like, what sad backstory do we give him? Oh, he was poor for a long time, that's good. I'm like, okay. A lot of people who have gone through poverty, like intense poverty, are very aware of how bad it can be, and they don't talk down to people who are also going through that, you know? You know, like, I don't know. It feels cheap to me. It feels a bit cheap. Oh God, I don't know what to do with this voice. To say I'm scared of what's happening is a gross understatement. Trouble of any sort is the last thing I want to get home to after a long day at work and a trip to the bar. When I see Hannah near prostrate, I can only feel dread. She twitches and seizes, body wound and coiled tight before thrashing, shuddering, and shaking. Like a woman possessed, her mouth falls open, her eyes roll back to the back of her head. There's a hallmark signs of a seizure. The symptoms are similar enough. And that knowledge, the fact I know this, only makes me feel worse. Any anger I had caused by a disagreement on parting ways. Okay, so we're here. Wait, we're here. We are... Are we here? Are we here? I think we're on... Rebecca called Hannah Gales, and then there was a cry of the woman in the cellar. I think that we're on October 29th. That might be where we are. No matter how temporary she claimed it to be, disappeared. The alcohol-induced daze that I felt was brushed aside as I run to help her. None of that mattered at the moment. But to hold her close is all I can do while she thrashes about. I know this is wrong, that I'm not supposed to hold her down, yet I do it out of instinct, reflex even. I'm terrified of hurting her. I see no other way to keep Hannah from hurting herself. It takes a lot to keep myself from running off to get help when she needs me here. And it takes everything I have to keep myself intact. When she says my name, I realize the seizures have stopped, but it doesn't make the dread go away.
Please.
What happened here? Who did this to you?
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
The sight of her tear-streaked face is enough to twist the knife in. It does not help that I'm as lost as she is right now, and all I can say is...
Shh, it's all right. You're safe now, Hannah. You're safe now.
Yeah, so 29th, yeah, so that's where we are. That's where we are. Okay. Cool. Takes a bit to go through the house with my inebriated self. That's even made worse. They always say worse. It's definitely worse. Yeah, make sure. Wait, make sure? Yeah. Just stay. Cool. It's made even worse by the fact that I had to carry a nearly unconscious person as well. I was about to give up too until Shroken shows up to lighten the load. He quietly takes her from me without question and brings her up to the bedroom. And me? I couldn't bring myself to follow, not right now. Not while I'm drunk and rattled by what transpired. It's a miracle I was able to help at all. So here I am, sulking in a parlor chair with a glass of wine in hand. Can't even remember what particular vintage it is, and I practically did not care. I almost dragged myself away from giving a fuck about the vintage of this wine. It's basically the same as, I don't know what that felt is. What's O with a strike through it? Stroden? I thought it was like ow. Ow? Is that like ow? Oi. Oe? 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 Is it oe or oe? Oe? Oe. Oh god. Why am I... Like shoe? Ooh? Like ooh? Like ooh? Like in shoe? God, I don't know letters, huh? So, I already read this.
Because when you're already drunk and still have problems, even more alcohol should help.
I don't want to be doing this part of the game. Of course, the butler chooses now to appear and be unhelpful.
You know what actually solves all problems? Death. But it is not recommended.
I'm so mad! I'm so mad! I'm so mad about you. Gotta meld the letters together. Like, what? Is there like a... As in this word? Like, is there a word that, like an English word that has that sound, you know? So mad at what they've done to you, you shit.
Alcohol isn't a true solution either.
It's worked well enough for me.
No, it's not. I'd like to believe that I get all my best ideas when I'm thoroughly hammered. Not everyone might agree, but they can't really do anything about it, can they? With a fuck ton of money comes great power, sometimes responsibility. And with that responsibility comes a lot of reasons to get drunk. Of course, I can just tell responsibility to sod off if I was feeling reckless, and Christ, I might be really drunk if I'm thinking in circles. Just need something to focus on and I should be fine.
How is she? Is she
How
alright?
is she?
If panic crept into my voice at the question, I don't let it show. It'd be a show of weakness to be so frazzled, to show so much concern over a woman who's going to put me aside. People like him who work for me I trust with business, but not with myself. Never with that. Only Hana's come so close. Only she's truly seen the man behind the facade. The facade is the man! The facade is the man! Shut up! Go away! Oh my god. Oh. Is it Oh, is it Is it Because, like, it's... You have that letter in Swedish, right? My ex tried to teach me how to do the Swedish letters, but she always ended up laughing at me because I did them very wrong, because there was like... Well, what was it? It was yeah, it's the same as it. So it's like you've got like ear, ear, and something else I can't remember. Or there was two more I can't remember. Ear, whatever. I'm so bad at languages. Only her actions can wound me so.
Sleeping. Aside from a few bumps and bruises, she seems to be fine.
Bruises.
A maid is watching over her for now. It is best not to leave her alone.
That was one of my favorite, like, that was one of my favorite things that my ex always said, like, so it would be shuriken. It's like shuriken. It's now shuriken. Now he's shuriken. Thank you for helping me get to the conclusion that I'm going to call this man shuriken. She always said bruises instead of bruises, and it was very, very good. I loved it a lot. I love the inflections and like all the things that she said. It was like bruises. I'm covered in bruises. It was very good. I loved it so much.
But if I may ask, what happened? I was in the gardens when I heard screaming. Did you?
No, it wasn't me.
Ow! I'm quick to be on the defensive. I may be capable of a lot of things, but I would never harm her. Of all people, no matter how angry I might become. But I would never lay a hand on her to hurt her.
I didn't do anything. I wouldn't do anything like that. I don't even have a reason to.
The fact that people assume that you would do that, though, is bad. That's bad. That's a bad... Oh my god.
You don't consider her wanting to be a part as reason?
It isn't. Well, it is. I don't want to talk about it right now. But what happens was I got home. She was seasoned in the kitchens. Is she ill?
She was seasoned in the kitchens, alright?
Not that kind of doctor. But I've already scheduled your physician for a house call tomorrow morning.
What kind of doctor are you?
We'll still have to monitor her as soon as she wakes up and...
Oh god, things are coming back to me. I need a drink.
Really? You're still drinking?
Why, yes, it seems to be the bloody best time to be drinking. I'm allowed, aren't I? After all, I've just found my wife having a seizure, and I shouldn't give two shits about it. Not when she's about to leave me.
But I do. Goodness, I do. Big, generous gulp just makes it so that the tastes of cherries, raspberries, and strawberries wash over my tongue. Things too sweet considering its deceptively earthy aroma. Yeah, what kind of doctor is Johannes? What achievement did we just get? Smash drunk. Have a taste of famous multi-dimensional wine. What do you mean multi-dimensional wine? Like, do you mean like actually like There are a lot of dimensions to this wine. Or is it multi-dimensional wine? What the fuck? Okay. A wellness vineyard, seasoned red, isn't something to scoff at. I've had many good memories with this particular drink. This particular bottle, in fact, was a gift. Serves the purpose Lady Blairno has given it to me for, to forget. All the same, whether I took this bottle or a Pinot Noir, it just is a means to an end. I'll probably have to finish the whole bottle to get drunker than I already am. That's not how that works!
But no, she doesn't need to be taken care of. If she wants her time apart, she'll have it.
It could be both. It'll break my heart just to let her go, but she deserves this much, doesn't she? We both deserve this much.
She's had her uses.
She's done a lot for me in the 7 years we've been together. I pursued her at first for the money. They were supposed to be strictly business. There might have been a time, too, when I considered taking her out of the picture so that I could do with the money as I pleased. Aww, but he didn't. Oh, isn't he just a sweetheart? Oh, he fell in love and so he didn't murder her. Oh, God, he's the hero we've deserved all along. I plan to manipulate her, and I feel horrible thinking about it. Oh, he feels so bad. But along the way, I changed, if only for her. When your boyfriend doesn't murder you. Hashtag relationship goals. Oh my God. Perhaps my father would scoff, tell me I'd gone soft. Maybe I have. Does it matter? 7 long years. Has its ups and downs, and it certainly hasn't been a perfect marriage. We had our fights. Who hasn't? Those small moments when we could just laugh and have be our happy selves were always magical. They made all these years worth it. I'd seen many more years to come. So where did I go wrong? I only loved 2 women in my life. Mother dear, bless her soul. I mean, like Luke. So like he takes people out in the business world. Like he's connected to a bunch of business murders. The only difference between him and a serial killer is he's not called a serial killer. He's called a fucking crazy businessman. And there's like it's like how people in the mafia, they're never called serial killers, but they've done serial murders. And Hana, who's been my sunshine for so long. He's not the one doing the stabbings. Is he not? Do we know that for sure? First off, do we know that for sure? The fixes. They're gonna fix things, you know. Like, oh my God. Losing her, I feel I might become more like my father. Like, I'm sure that's a lot worse than you are now. I'm sure that, you know, I don't know how much worse he can be. They're gonna prove me wrong, and he will somehow be worse, but like, meh. Had Damien Wright stayed with Mother or any of the other numerous women he had a child with, would he have been any less embittered, of an embittered shell of a man? Would having a darling love in his life make him a better person? It didn't make you a better person, cunt nugget! Perhaps it's bias of me to doubt so. I don't think I can ever see the old man in a favorable light.
I'm just surprised that you're not afraid. She might be leaving with delicate information.
Oh, she might know something. But if she hasn't done anything with the knowledge for this long, I don't think she would do anything now. If she had even an inkling of what I've done, what I'm capable of, she'll know it's not a good idea.
Oh, dream boy.
Hana's a smart woman.
Oh, he called her smart.
I'm done. Smart, kind, hardworking, generous, loyal. Oh, I just love her so much. Fuck off. I can go on and wax poetic about her if I had any talent with the stuff.
Why don't you sit down and have a drink with me? Don't worry, it's not poisoned or anything.
Lonely? Oh, I suppose there's no harm.
Johannes, I'm so mad they made you a murderer, Johannes. I'm so mad about it. I knew it was coming. I knew it. But I didn't want it to be true.
With a shake of my head, I procure another glass and pour some of the red wine. Watching the red liquid is fascinating all on its own with my muddled brain that I barely notice sloshing some of it and staining my suit. Johannes is like Luke's partner in crime. Is Luke his husband accidentally? Accidentally? I don't know what that means. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. And to be an utter bugger to clean, so I'm glad that isn't my problem. Handing it over, I can't help but look up at the ceiling and let out a sigh. My eyes damp and glaze over when I won't let it go farther than that. Raising my own glass for a toast, I clear my throat.
We drink to... Do we really need a reason to? The world is messed up. War, terrorism, famine, poverty, loved ones and love lost. The world is a cesspool.
And you add to it! Oh my god.
Might as well be drunk if we're going to drown in it.
A bit less eloquent than your usual speeches, but zum Wohl.
A sip. A gulp. Refill. Rinse and repeat into the bottle of Velnez, barely a fifth left. Isn't it why we all drink? Yeah, but like, I feel like he's not allowed to be like, the world is so bad. Like, why is the world so bad? It's not like I'm a bad person and add to the badness in the world. Why is the world so mean to me when I'm mean to the world? I must have drunk most of it because I can barely see Shruchen. Oh fuck, I forgot. Is it Shuriken. I think it's Shuriken. Fuck. And take a sip after his first glass. Certainly feels that way. I don't think I can even stand up, let alone walk. I'm all legless. My mind feels so funny and everything else is equally hilarious. Bloody hell, I think I can make out the faces of a bald man on the wallpapers, with the butler also standing up. He looks like a skyscraper where I'm seated.
Jesus Christ, I have Sasquatch as a butler.
Okay, that one's kind of funny. Jesus Christ, it's a Sasquatch butler. Okay. I have a great alcohol tolerance, so this, seeing how I'm a giggling wreck right now as is, I assume is really bad. If there's any sober part left to me, I'd probably shrivel up and die just thinking of the hangover that will come in the morning. Hello there, Earth. How you doing, hon? Well, but I can't help but get distracted at the sight of the moonlight peeking through the curtains, shiny and shimmery and absolutely splendid. Even if the night brought calm and it's the moon that always enamored me so. It's a second sun, but just as beautiful as my sunshine. Ugh.
I want to go out and look at the moon. Mummy, I can't feel my legs.
Mutter, I am not. Don't tell me I have to carry you upstairs to bed.
I didn't even do nothing. I did my best to behave decent. Whiskey and Mint are just good friends, that's all. And that Rochelle woman's baby isn't mine.
Is she not?
I swear, I wouldn't. I couldn't love any other woman than Hannah.
You tried to fuck her. You tried to fuck fucking Marianne. Oh my god.
Hannah must be so tired. I'm a brat, aren't I? She said as such.
I mean, I don't like Johannes in that. Like, honestly, like, okay. If Johannes is like a serial killer kind of guy, then that would make sense. No, that's fair. If he is a serial killer, then it would make sense because, like, you know, they've got like the whole, like, a lot of serial killers are just like super fucking charming people, and that's how they get people to trust them, you know, which would make sense. Or the other option is that it is that he's like, the reason that he's killed people before is that he's the one that does the murders for Luke. When Luke's like, kill this person for me, for fucking Johans. Dunno.
I don't want Hannah to leave me, Joe. Oh God, she's the love of my life, you know? I'm a shy human being.
You're a shy
without
human
her.
being with her.
I should flowers. Lots and lots of flowers. All of the flowers. Enough to make the Queen's Gardens look like a fucking dumpster fire in comparison.
I hate him a lot, but this is very funny.
All well and good, but you are not achieving any of that while you are lying on the carpet. Now, if you can lift your skinny ass and work with me. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe.
But I don't want to go to bed. The moon is so pretty tonight.
Like, but it did say when we found out that it was Johannes that was like behind Ash, like doing him a strangle. He was like, he did like a creepy laugh, and he was like, "Oh, this is a man who's done murders before, huh?" I don't know.
I
We'll
should
have to
just
see.
let you sleep on the ground, Bratwurst.
Okay. October 29th. Still. But it's just like... What's the voice acting here? Oh. Luke's voice actor is so much at all times. Luke's voice actor is just like... Like, I love the voice actor for Luke. Like, I hate Luke. I love the voice actor for Luke. Because he was just like... He was given a fucking script. And he was just like, oh, so I played the biggest wank stain on Earth. Fuck it. It's just like, let's just fucking go wild with it. Whatevs. Whatevs. Luke left Hannah in Johannes' care after the incident in the kitchen, pissed off at the recent events and a possible divorce looming on the horizon. He dedicated the rest of his day to getting hammered, stopping only after his butler intervened. Dick shit.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. Come on, Mommy, wake up. I want to be in that play. Mommy, wake up. You promised that you'd help me practice my lines today. The auditions are tomorrow, so I have to practice.
Oh, my chipses. Meanwhile, wait, what? Oh yeah, I love me some visual novels. The voice actor. Sorry, I went insane. Yeah, no, the voice actors. Sometimes there's some baffling things, like our very English Scottish girl who keeps talking about how much of a boo bag you are. It's such a boo bag. Oh my god, I still can't get over it.
To the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to Dusty. Mummy, are you
I choke back a scream and wake up in a cold sweat. Yeah, that was Luke when he was little. I was baby boy. With my heart pounding in my ears, it takes a while to remember where I am. What's happening? What's happening? Why are we getting this angle? In the dark and cold of the room, no one can fault me for feeling ill at ease. This isn't as bright as the penthouse, and the renovations did little to change how old it feels. Been here for less than a week. It'll take a bit more time to adjust. It's hard to feel cozy, though, when I'm bloody freezing. Nudging the lump of fabric next to me, I sigh.
It's cold. Don't hug the sheets, Hannah.
She always did this, though it hardly bothers me. Growing up, I was lucky to have something to use as a mattress. I'm not the one who grew up accustomed to Egyptian cotton with a thread count of 800. Besides, the warmth that Han exuded on her own is usually enough to keep me sleeping through the night. The temperature tonight must be something else with how chilly it is right now. I must be considerate, after all the poor dear is ill, though I loathe to think about what just transpired.
Don't make me pull those sheets off you. That blanket is large enough to cover an elephant. You need to share.
I don't want this to be a ghost. I don't want this to be a ghost. It takes a while.
What was that, honey?
I don't want it to be a ghost!
Apologies. I'm just in the loo, so if you can give me a moment.
There's no sign they'll be moving where they lie. Wow, he's just like, yeah, no, it's not you. Okay, bam. I mean, fair, and the correct answer. Literally, maybe the only one that has a correct answer is like, oh, it's not you lying beside me in the bed. Okay, stab. Like, honestly, the only one that might actually have the correct response to this. Like, I've got a baseball bat beside the bed. If I feel someone in the bed next to me, and then I'm just like, Brogan, can you give me my covers? And I hear Brogan in the other room, I'm just like, okay, cool. Smash! Fuck you! With care, I go for a knife hidden under the side of my bed. It would have been foolish of me to instigate anything while I'm unarmed, after all. To pull back the covers would be a more difficult affair, because reaching out to uncover who was underneath, I'd have to prepare for anything and assume the worst. If I so much as see the nozzle of a gun, there's going to be a murder tonight. I know they say not to bring a knife to a gunfight, but I think I can sink a blade in his liver faster than he can point and aim. See the rise and fall of the sheets, though it could easily be mistaken as the fault of the breeze. I hear their breathing. Great sense of foreboding comes over me, making me hesitate with my plan. Well, never mind, he's stupid again. Should just get Hannah and myself out of here, not look back and let security handle it. It's what they're there for. Maybe I should just man up. There's no way I'm risking the chance that inaction will put Hannah in danger. What's the worst that could happen, right? I've got no reason to be afraid. There's no bogeyman under the bed, no monster in my closet. If anything, these things should be afraid of me. Right? What? Grab a fistful of sheets and throw them aside. Oh, I see her eyes! I saw her eyes! Fuck you, there's nothing! I saw her eyes! I saw her shitting eyes, you motherfuckers! Fuck you, it's nothing! Fuck you, nothing! Eat my entire butthole, it's nothing! I saw her goddamn eyes, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. Luke woke up in the middle of the night with a scream and in a cold sweat. Finding comfort in the warm body next to his, he tried to get back to sleep and forget the images plaguing his mind until Hannah called out from the loo. Nothing. Nothing but a bunch of old pillows stare back at me. Must be my imagination. I'd not think I'm going mad. Could very well be the stress getting to me. All this drama with Hannah. Whatever. I've been doing well all these years, all things considered. I guess I do have a breaking point. Still, the world goes on, even when one cannot. And I must go along with it. Suppose a day off or two tomorrow won't hurt. Rest, aside from a few hours of sleep, will be welcome. More than. I can't shake off the unease. Dare say that I feel afraid, irrationally so, and something will come creeping and crawling from under the bed, even as I lay back down and close my eyes. It's the day after. The old dreams don't linger, thankfully. With the morning comes another disturbance. Both too loud and too sharp for my tastes. Oh, is this Zach? No. No, it is. This is Zach. This is Zach coming and being like, hello! There's ghosts in your house, sir! And he's like, fuck off! But there's ghosts in your house, sir! Both too loud and too sharp for my tastes. I have very fine tastes. The piercing rings of a doorbell reaches even the bedroom. I'm much inclined to think the person who built this place lacks any sense of it. Perhaps the only good thing in this is that the ruckus has chased away the needling guilt from last night's commotion, if only temporarily. Still, it's a bloody annoying distraction. I can tell already it's going to be a long day. Hasn't even started. Before the racket even lasts another minute, I'm peeling myself from the bed and heading straight for the main door. There'll be a murder today if it doesn't let him. He is so hot with murder. He's just like, if we're not doing this, there's gonna be a murder today. Am I doing what? There's gonna be a murder today, honey. It's a dick suck kind of day, baby. It's a suck dick kind of day, baby. Okay. Oh yeah, Luke just sleeps in his suit all the time. We've posed the idea of like the sleep suit, like the Barney Stinson-esque sleep suit, but like, I'm inclined to believe it's just a suit. How quaint. It seems everything in this blasted universe is intent on getting my nerves as of late.
Gordon Bennett! Only a Nancy would knock at such an ungodly hour!
Let's dissect that. Do you mean Nancy as in a homosexual man? Like a derogatory term for a homosexual man? First off, who's Gordon Bennett? Also, are you just like, only the homos would be up this early? Because I do enjoy it if that is what you're saying. If that is the case, then I do like this. Of just Luke Wright being, oh my god, what's with these homos waking me up in the morning, you know? Oh my god, it's me. It's me. To be fair, I can't say that it's not true because I wake up early every day. I'm an early waker. I wake up early as hell, you know? Who respects Johannes to some degree? It's fair. I mean, like, well, to be fair, not to be fair. I live in Scotland, and like, still people like to tell us how gay things are, as in like, oh my god, that's so gay. And I'm just like, okay, are we still this? Are we still this after all this time? Even something like Brogan's Pals do it, and I'm just like, sit the fuck down. I'm not taking this. Oh my god. And they're lovely people, and they love us, and they respect us, and they believe that we should have like all the rights and love in the world. But I'm just like, can you just hot not? Can you hot not? But also, I cannot say that I do not wake up earlier than Sin, and maybe the gays do wake up early. Who knows? Maybe that's the no, because Brogan sleeps in. Maybe it's only the Nancy's. we could just use gays exclusively as happy, like. But then what am I? We can't just use it exclusively as happy, because a lot of the time I'm a miserable cunt. I'm not. I don't know why I put that in the universe. In the first place, I shouldn't be the one doing this. That's why I hired a valet, for fuck's sake.
Where's that damn butler when I need him?
I'll be honest, if only for today. With the mansion this quiet in this hour of the morning, it's easy to believe those little ghost stories might be real. You don't wake up early? Well, to be fair, maybe Luke Wright just doesn't know about the gays. I like the idea that the implication is him being just like, it's just like those homos. They wake up early in the morning and ring on my doorbell. Like, not a correct assumption, but just a thing that over the years he's just like, oh yeah, no, that's a trait that the homosexuals have. They just wake up early. That'd be very good. Oh my god, yeah, I know in Australia there's the ice cream called Golden Gay Time, and I love that more than anything. Oh my god, I love that I could go to Australia and have a Golden Gay Time. But the only horror here is how long Hannah's patience with me will last after the incident at the party. Neither the deafening silence nor the biting chills spreading across every room in the place. There's no place for fear when another set of problems already burns that fuel. So I wait another second. When no butler still answers my call, I simply yank the doors and open myself, perhaps with more force than needed. Maybe it should be appropriately here, considering the person on the other side and the hour he dared appear on my doorstep. Even someone with half a brain knows not to disturb anyone this early. Brief confusion quickly gives way to anger, and before the bloody photographer can even get a word in, I'm hurling venom at him. It's less than he deserves, really. Hannah will disapprove, scold me for treating the photographer with such disrespect if she hears me right now. She seems fond of him, after all, despite meeting him only once or twice. He's merely doing his job, she'll say. But she's not here, is she? What she doesn't know...
You? How the hell did you get in here? What in seven hells do you want? It's bloody 6 in the morning!
Listen, sir, I know this is not a good time.
Oh, it's not a good time. Did you even check the clock before coming here? I bet you didn't.
This is still my home. My rules... I don't know what my voice happened there. My rules also apply to this place as much as Hannah's do. Simple as that.
Unlike you, the ones living in this house need to sleep.
Just so happens it's also a person I'll never take a liking to. No need for remorse.
Come back when people are actually awake, or I'll call security on you.
He continued shouting even as I slammed the door in his face. Some nonsense about the news lately, though I don't understand most of it. However, with the closed doors muffling the better parts of it and no ears to listen, his tirade doesn't last too long. Eventually he leaves and silence once again fills the room as it should. Oh, like I liked Ash's swearing, but I don't know why I decided that he was my sweet bean boy and I didn't want him to swear. It was very funny for me. In hindsight, maybe I should also call the psychiatric services. Certainly sounds mental just screaming like that. Suspicious man like him left roaming the immediate grounds, nothing to do with racism. Nothing good can come of it. If his presence will indeed bring a problem, a sign of bad things to come, I'll probably know soon enough. Worst comes to worst, oh fuck, I forgot. Shuriken. Fuck, I forgot how to do it again. Shuriken will take care of it if need be. What happened to me, Johannes? God damn it. That's what I'm paying him for. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. You're paying him for that, huh? He's your murder boy, huh? Or was it a take care of him, like make him leave? No, that's the worst comes to worst. Shuriken. I'll just keep calling him Shuriken. Fuck it. In the meantime, the bigger problem at hand, hangover. Maybe I'll have some absinthe to temper it, dog hairs, or some wine to help get me back to sleep. Yeah, no, Shuriken. Okay, we'll do Shuriken. Shuriken. I was taught how, and my mouth is dumb. It's still early, and one glass won't hurt. Or two. Whatever the case, I need to think whatever it'll lead me to. It's nothing. Everything leads to nothing. Except for this pounding headache, as if my mind will burst at any time and leak out of my ears. My vision swims in and out of view. My stomach threatens rebellion, with plans of making me throw up what little food I've taken in with how my mouth feels, like it's filled with cotton. Cotton! Okay. One would think the fact I'm hungover would make me the grumpiest person in the room. But as it is, my eyes move over to Hannah, who's stirring sugar into her tea and scowling down at it, all the while as if it has just murdered a baby in front of her. I have half the mind to bemoan my current state and make a fool of myself to make her smile. I'm rather good at bemoaning. Not that I would admit that. I'm already adopting the posture of a whiny teenager as I speak, slouched forward with my cheek on the table.
Oh, I'm dying. Oh, God, I'm dying. Hannah? Johans, call an ambulance, please.
0 to 100, he's just crying. He's just straight up crying. He's straight up crying.
Let it be known that I leave all my belongings to Hannah right knee Evans. Everything but 30,000 quid.
Why are you crying?
But oh, I see a bright light. I see a farm.
Oh, I could just let him die.
Mother dearest, is that you? Little Lucille is on his way home.
He's got a hangover. I don't know.
I'm so sorry, but I must leave you, Hannah. Cover my face. Your eyes dazzle. I die young.
Yeah, his name is Lucille, which was a very fun revelation. That was a fun revelation. That much I can manage through the hangover. A thing entirely of my fault, considering I've twice drunk the night before. Another thing I'll never admit. Really, it's a miracle I haven't accrued alcohol poisoning yet.
Oh, stop being so melodramatic, Luke. Besides, you never lived in a farm. You hate farms. We are not bringing you to the hospital for a hangover. Really. One would think you'd be used to it by now with how stubborn you are about your drinks.
We're just not talking about the part where she saw a nightmare. What? What? What?
Dare I ask what the 30,000 quid is for, though?
Pulls a small smile from her for a moment. The pinched look on her face returns quickly enough.
He lost a bet with Robert and Elise after a night of drinking at the Crawl. 10,000 each.
That's 20,000.
And another 10 to me.
That makes sense. The sneer makes its way on my face. That makes its way on my face doesn't hold as much heat as it usually does. It's just a bit of friendly ribbing. Though I still wish he wouldn't tattle. Of course, it's my fault for mentioning the money. Wasn't like anyone would notice 30 grand missing from millions, though. It's how much I spend on a normal weekend.
Oh, must you be such a teacher's pet? I told you not to talk about it.
Do you keep talking about your nightmares? But she was alive. She was alive. She was awake. It wasn't like nightmares. And also, I do always constantly talk about my night. Well, not constantly. I have a lot of nightmares. See, it doesn't work because like I have constant nightmares. So like, suck it, nerds. We've not killed anyone yet. I mean, Isabel is still in a coma, you know. Doesn't like us very much. We're down here with Hannah. Marianne likes the. Oh, I don't like that Marianne. Our meter with Marianne is a lot higher than ours with Hannah right now. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. It's also on the same level as Rebecca. That's not great. That's not excellent is the only problem. The only problem is that's not excellent. Oofty doofty. Oofty doofty.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you're proud of me. I'm so glad you're proud of me. Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm having second thoughts about moving to the penthouse. If this is what you do when I'm not looking.
Oh, for those that are just in, Johannes might be a big old murder boy, and I don't want that to be the case. And like, I was worried about it from the beginning, but like, almost forgotten about that little arrangement too. Shame. Hopefully that's the reason why she's so intent on glaring at the table until its varnish peels off. The alternative would be sobering.
It was that one time. I'm not a child in need of minding or mother hens. As much as I'd love for you to stay, you said you need some time to yourself. Don't let the fact that I lost a bet once make you think I have to be supervised.
It wasn't. I'm just worried about you, Luke. I'd be less so if you actually sat up.
Why are you worried about me? I'm more concerned about what your doctor told you. How did the house call go?
Is this... Oh, wait. So, the doctor came last night? Oh. The doctor came last night, right? Was it last night? Okay. I didn't want to intrude on the privacy when the doctor arrived. Ridiculous sentiment, considering I'm still her husband. Wasn't like I could have done any good being there, what with the nursing a hangover and all. However, part of me feared that what would be said. Not to mention, I trust that Hannah would tell me if it's something serious. Of course, it probably is something bad, and I'd be a fool to hope otherwise. I found her having a seizure, for goodness sake. Should have rushed her to the hospital as soon as she awoke, but it's her insistence that kept me at bay. A cup of tea finds itself in my hands, an attempt to appease me, no doubt. But I don't bother to drink, let alone look up. If anything, I just press my forehead on the table and hide the childish pout on my lips. Not that this is any better.
It was fine. The physician took some of my blood, and he scheduled me for a few lab tests tomorrow morning. I've already called for a driver and attendant to accompany me, so there's no need for you to worry.
And what? You'll just be leaving me behind then? And I don't think you should be going anywhere alone.
You hate hospitals even more than you hate farms, Luke. And Kylie's coming for your play date tomorrow, remember?
Kylie is possessed as hell, bitch.
Relax. I'm taking Johannes with me if it makes you feel better.
And why is Johannes there?
Dr. Hobbs asked that I keep her under observation for the time being. Naturally, I'll be reporting my findings at the hospital.
Sitting up, I run a finger over the rim of my teacup and mull it over. Please don't run your finger over the rim of my anything. I do hate the bloody place. I thought hiring Shuriken would... Shuriken... would have been enough for me to avoid the place. Apparently not. So he is a doctor. Because, like, yeah, he was saying that before. The doctor, he's like evil Dr. Watson. He's like evil Watson. Oh, he's evil Watson. Oh, he's evil Watson. I like it. Bloody doctors and bloody sick people. I don't want to catch anything contagious. Can't even tell crying people to shut up if they get too annoying. Respecting their grief, my ass. Save for a life and death situation, I'd rather avoid the mass graveyard that hid beneath the sterile air and white tiles.
I guess you two can go without me. But I can't believe how naturally you two conspire behind my back. Don't expect my help if those bloody doctors bleed you two dry. Vampires, every single one of them. Not as bad as lawyers and politicians, but close enough.
You're a bad person too.
You do know Carly will be upset when she finds out you're not here tomorrow. Again.
She'll be happy enough to spend time with her fairy godfather, I'm sure. You're a good role model for her, despite your whining.
You're a bad role model for everyone. What are you talking about? No matter how many times Hana claims that whining is unbecoming of me, I never listen. It's not like anyone that matters is here to judge. Alright, cool take on your relationship, I guess. Well, it's not like anyone else actually matters. I'll whine if I bloody well want to, and I'll be no lesser because of it. Of course, I'll not tolerate another person's whining. Of course, for I am Luke Wright. Cunt! Except perhaps for Hannah, but she hardly ever does that. Even right now, I can see as a look of pain passes on her face and her hand goes to her stomach. She keeps quiet, not bringing it up or complaining. I mean, ask if she's alright. What are you talking about? She'll know better.
Are you alright? Should we be concerned? Maybe we should bring you to the hospital now.
I just feel a little queasy, that's all. A bit more tea in me, maybe some more sleep, and I'll be right as rain.
I've spent a lot of time around people who lie for a living and can't help but feel that there's more to it than just that. Maybe maybe it is just as she says and I'm overthinking it, but I trust Hannah will fess up before things can get any worse. That's even worse than you've done this before. That's heinously wrong. Any worse, you fuckos. Oh my god. She's never really lied to me before. Nothing big, at least.
If you're sure, I'm just
do you
worried.
know?
You'll tell me if anything is wrong, right? You do know you can still trust me. That I do still care about you?
I know that. I'm just going to be moving out soon. Even if it is for a short while, you won't always be there for me.
Did you finish packing before you... I understand if you haven't. And I won't blame you if you've changed your mind after what happened. You can stay until you feel better.
I'm still moving. It isn't like you can't visit to check up on me. Although that does somewhat defeat the point. Luke, I'm a big girl. I'm going to get a checkup tomorrow, take whatever pills they tell me to get, and get over it. You really don't need to worry. I'm fine.
Oh, I do so hate those words. I hide my scowl by taking a sip of the tea, fighting off the urge to hurl the cup at the wall. I'm fine, she says, a lie. You're like, she's never lied to me. Well, you know. Apparently, the sour disposition I have, one not entirely born from my hangover, still obvious. Without saying a word, Hannah puts her hand on mine and squeezes it tight. Her hands are cold and clammy, and her grip is weak. Your grip's weak, bro! Okay. I can see the small tremors running along her shoulders and the paleness of her cheeks. She's yet to recover from what happened to her. She's not fine. And I'm not either.
Fine. I don't need to like it, but fine.
I don't think either of us really like it. But I do think it is for the best.
Perhaps we should bring you back to bed. The sooner you are off your feet, the better.
Is that some sort of roundabout way of saying that you want to sweep me off my feet and take me to bed? This isn't our honeymoon. I need rest, mister.
I am aware this is the farthest thing from our honeymoon. This isn't how things are supposed to be. Yeah, that was a baffling thing that you just said, Hana. Hana isn't supposed to leave. I'm not supposed to let her. And if she ever did leave, it's supposed to be on my terms. God, every other sentence is just like, let's get like a little like designated warning bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I'm not allowed to let her, like, she can't leave. Ding-a-ling. It's gonna be on my terms when she does. Ding-a-ling. The warning bell. Oh my god. Everything's going wrong. But I respect her enough to let her have her space, so she puts it. If divorce is brought up, however, well, that's another matter entirely. Ding-a-ling-a-ling!
Really, now, you shouldn't have gotten up in the first place. Breakfast in bed exists for a reason. Come on, then. Back to bed you go.
Are you going to carry me to bed then?
You're far too heavy for that. Johans could carry you, if you'd like.
I'm just gonna move on. You know what? At this, I'm just gonna move on.
Can you blame me if I enjoy food too much? I can walk, thank you very much.
I don't say a word as she clutches my arm, ready to steady herself. There's no protest as she uses me as a crutch while going up the stairs. Okay. Yeah, so this is still the day after. Okay.
Where are we in the timeline?
What? This is all in the morning? Wait. Oh, no, I have trouble believing that all of this, that Ash waiting for all the calls and like going to Isabel's apartment and all that, that was all before this hangover scene. I have trouble believing that. Like that, this feels like it should come earlier in the timeline, you know? A streamer that has a cuckoo clock that she or her viewers can use when something sounds crazy. Is there a warning bell that I can get somewhere? How do I get a warning bell? Warning bell for stream. None of the things, I don't know what I assumed would come up there, but I can't see it. I will look at, like, how do you do it? I want that. Okay. Come Sunday morning, Luke woke up with a huge hangover, to Hannah's utter displeasure. Regardless, she informed him of her plans to see a doctor back in the city, something her husband immediately worried about, which she allayed with gentle reassurances. Yeah, maybe there's a stream elements thing for it. Like, I'm sure, like, I would be able to set up for me to do easily enough, but like, one for other people, maybe Stream Elements will have it. Yeah, that's a good shout. I might check Stream Elements to see if they've got something like that. That'd be fun. The warning bell. Calling cis white boys on their bullshit. But that's as far as I want to go. Oh, I'll try it. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. That'd be fun. Judging by the light blush on Hannah's face, she's gotten self-conscious about it too.
Johans, look after her, and you stay in bed. I just need to go out.
Where are you going? I'll have plenty of time to be lonely in the mansion by myself when Hannah moves out. Now I can go and stretch my legs, fresh air and all that. Breathe. Grey sky looms over the horizon. Okay, so it's that. Okay. Grey skies loom over the horizon, though the sun fights for every precious minute it gets to stay. It'll rain again soon, the wind bringing along the gloomy clouds normal to Luxburn. Till then, it doesn't hurt to be out here for some fresh air and sunshine. I walk to the gardens, what little of it there is at the moment anyway, and kneel by the daffodils. These were the first to be brought here and planted on my request, and if nothing else, they brought in a sense of peace. They were my mother's favorites. Closing my eyes, I lift my chin up to welcome the light that shines upon me. For a minute, I can imagine myself as one of the flowers, peaceful, blooming, all too happy to stand in its warmth. Life would be much easier if we were all like flowers, wouldn't it? But I didn't step out here to get all philosophical. I have problems much more practical than figuring out the meaning of life, after all. Too many things have gone on in the past few days. And I want to forget about them, even if just for a moment.
Almost all saints, isn't it? To think I've almost forgotten.
I speak the words absent-mindedly. The date means nothing to me, as I neither worship the religion nor have any graves to visit. After all, Mother was never given a proper burial. But it's a date as good as any for me to grieve. Otherwise, I would have done so every single day, crippling myself and shutting everyone else out. I can remember how the flames licked at her flesh and how it consumed her body until there was nothing left but ash. I stood there watching as the operator and a social service worker. Watching with them, whatever. Though I could have been alone for all I cared. I felt alone. It was the most that could be done. No one would attend the funeral of a dead prostitute, let alone pay for it. All that's left of her, proof that she lived, is her name written in the ledger of Luxman Cemetery, and a lighter, and me. Pulling out the lighter from my jacket, I can't stop myself from flicking it open to stare at the flame and run my thumb over her name. All in all, it isn't much, but it's something. It'll be wrong of me not to make something of myself when she would have given everything to make sure I can become anything I want to be.
Feels like I'm stuck in a nightmare right now.
It's okay. I'm still on this. Like, it still feels like a baffling stretch that they took. Because, like, I get that they wanted to do something in the last act to be like, now this is why Luke is the way he is. Look at this tragic backstory he's got. When, in fact, it just makes it all the more baffling. It just makes it all the more baffling. Because, like, I don't know many, if any, people that have, like, grown up in, like, just, like, such bad poverty that have gone on to become, like, very rich and then are complete assholes to anyone that has less money than them. Like, I'm sure it does happen. I'm sure that there are people out there like that, but it just makes it more baffling. Because it's just like, no, like a lot of the time when people come from nothing and they make it to some, well, you know, they make it to like some amount of wealth, there's like, well, okay, like I had to struggle to get here. Let's give a helping hand to people that cannot. And like, you know, there's always a possibility. Like he was very, very lucky. He had like an estranged father that came along and gave him money. And, like it's baffling. It's just, I don't know. It's still baffling to me. It's not like, I think that they tried to make some kind of redeemable character and some kind of like, this is why he is the way he is, and try and make him likable. Like that's why he was last in a kind of like, look, and we're gonna make you like him. I'm like, ha, good try. No. No, I'm good.
What I would give to have you here by my side, Mother dear. To see you smiling at me. Alive and as beautiful as ever. I'm afraid I'm starting to forget what your face looks like. I've already forgotten the shade of your hair.
Eleanor Chandler was a wonderful woman, although not everyone would have agreed. Dexter is the greatest. Dexter is my best boy. Dexter is best boy. Dexter is best boy. Okay, I love Dexter. Look, the show Dexter is great. I love Dexter. I love Dexter from Dexter. I mean, he's hugely problematic and bad, but like, he's my precious special boy. Not everyone had seen past her occupation, past her vices and her illness. All they saw was a poor woman who sold her body to make ends meet and had a bastard son because of it. Sell her body, sold her services. It's a different thing. They didn't see the mother who worked hard and put food on the table for me, the woman who gave and gave and gave to me while expecting nothing in return. She taught me the merits of hard work, but though I loved her so, I worked hard for myself. Not be so foolish, so selfless towards people who would never give back. I learned that from the father who plucked me out of an orphanage for his own selfish gain. Nope. Don't get it. Nope. I pocket the lighter before I can feel the urge to actually set anything ablaze. Considering my close proximity to the flowers, they would most likely be the most likely victim of arson. Just the thought itself is blasphemous. Nevertheless, that doesn't save them from being picked. Just enough to make a bouquet of the things in honor of Eleanor.
Would you be proud of me if you saw me now, Mother?
No,
Maybe.
you're a terrible misogynistic prick. No, she would not.
You're always so forgiving. No matter what trouble I got into.
Walter.
More than I deserved. Especially now.
It's been a while since I've talked to my mother like this. I've been thinking of both my dear parents far too much as of late when I shouldn't. I have a future to look forward to and the present to take care of. Like, I get, like, I do, like, I kind of understand his nihilistic thoughts, but, like, yeah, but, like, that's a different thing entirely. You can be a nihilist and still not be a cunt. These memories of the past give me nothing but grief. The life of Lucille Mitchell Chandler should be nothing but a footnote in Luke Wright's non-existent autobiography. If you have not been on it, go to the Twitter Nihilist Arby's. It's very good. No, I'm going to go to the Nihilist Arby's Twitter and, like, look, it's shout out time for Nihilist Arby's, one of, like, a very well followed Twitter on my very small fucking Twitch channel. Look, Nihilist Arby's is one of the funniest things in my life, and I thought, no, that's Messenger. I don't want Messenger. I want Nihilist Arby's. Nihilist Arby's, please. No. My God, my phone is so slow. Alright, how do you fucking spell nihilist? You dad it. Nihilist Arby's! Yes, Nihilist Arby's! Okay. Wait. No, don't. No, I don't want people's I don't want this one tweet. I want all the tweets. Arby's Sunday Fun Day facts. There's no God. Church is a waste of time. So is anything else you're planning on doing today. Soon you'll be dead. So will everyone you've ever met. Soon after that, no one will speak your name again or remember you ever existed. Eat Arby's. You've made your decision. Why not stop in at Arby's on your way to the bridge? Oh, Jesus Christ! Thanks for enjoying Arby's! Oh my God. Hey, TGIF, know what that means? That's right, it's your big chance to not get paid to waste your life while doing bullshit that will never matter at all in any way. Eat Arby's. Okay, I love Nihilist Arby's so much. It's very good. The life of Lucille Mitchell Chandler would be nothing but a footnote in Luke Wright's non-existent autobiography. It's because of Hannah, sorry, isn't it? I worry that she's all too much like Mother, and it scares me. And the thought that I'm turning into my father even more so. But even if history is set to repeat itself, I'm not a child anymore. Content to sit aside, unable to do anything to help, and too inexperienced to think that the worst wouldn't happen. I have the money to buy the best medicines and doctors if need be. She'll get better, she has to. And once we get over this little bump in the road, I can stop worrying. All will be right with the world. Fortunately, my time alone is cut short, though.
I think those flowers look beautiful, my lord.
No, who the fuck? No! No! Is the ghost one of the... Is the ghost, like, possessing one of the staff? No! Okay.
The parlor, the room where the lady stays for her tea. It could certainly use some.
Do not. The voice is not familiar, though I'm not really one to remember such things. No! Achievement unlocked, small talk. No. No, it's totally her. No, it's totally her. It's totally her. It has to be. This has to be her. And look, she's got this pendant that's got like fucking like I don't know what it. Nah. I don't know. It's got like some. What's that? What's that style of lettering called? Why can't I remember this for the life of me? Fuck. But like, and like the kid who had like the Kylie was just like talking about her friend, and her friend has a name that's like, that's like sounds of some Asian descent. Maybe random Asian descent that no one really knows, or maybe they put an effort into it and they actually did the thing. But oh no, this is her. This is her as hell, huh? Kanji? Is it kanji? Or is that not like a specific one? Maybe you're right. I have no idea. Oh my god, this is her as hell, huh? This is the ghost as hell, huh? This is the ghost as hell, huh? That is what it is. That has to be what it is. The fucking Lady Charlotte was like, oh, we're gonna fill you all the slaves, but then like the slave wanted to screw her husband. Well, when she became like a housekeeper, I guess, is what the thing is, and then killed her, and then she's come back to because Luke looks like the husband. That has to be it. Come on. Yo, come on. Yo, that's ghost as hell, huh? That's ghost as hell, huh? Okay. Going with her attire, I'd say she's one of the housekeepers. Strange, considering I've sent all the staff but Johannes away. And her face, pretty as it is unfamiliar to me. It would be a lie if I said that it hadn't set me on edge. Most would say I cared little for my employees, but that isn't entirely untrue. However, I'd like to think that I know the people who work for me, especially those who would roam my home, even if it's just a face and a name. Besides, I would remember a beauty such as her. So who dis? Yo, so who dis? Yo, who dis though? If she's someone impersonating a household staff to get in, she's doing a bad job of it.
Didn't you get the memo? Are you new? Today is a day off. You aren't supposed to be here.
Oh, she looks cuter now, but like she'll get less cute when she's a ghost. I expect poor excuses and apologies the likes of her often give, but she merely smiles. See, that's the baffling thing. The likes of her. Fuck off.
Oh, no. I've been a servant here since you first came.
God damn it. The music as well. The music as well. I see no signs of lying, nor hear it in her words, yet they can't be true. I find that I feel I can relax. She has that sort of smile that makes one's kindness shine through without words or action. Reaches her eyes, filling them with a strange sort of mirth, as if she's just thought of something very funny. That has to be it. It has to be it. The Lady Ermagerd, like, tried the servant as a witch, because she was like making moves on her husband, and then she likes him because he looks like Lady Ermagerd's husband. That has to be it. That has to be it, right? Oh my god. Perhaps it would have been any other person, I would have interpreted it as a deceitful grin. The curl of her lips and the shine of her eyes are too soft to hold any malice. She takes my silence as a sign that she can continue. It's not like I can feel any urgency to stop her. Not really in the mood for company. I'm not adverse to it at the moment either. Entertaining a beauty like her, even for a little while, wouldn't hurt. It helps that she proves easy to listen to, despite how oddly she speaks.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't have bothered you. Look at me, talking to the master of the house without even asking for permission. What will the others think?
God damn this.
If you'll excuse me, I'll just...
I haven't driven you away yet, have I?
Stop immediately trying to fuck everyone, Luke. I hate
And it's
you.
your day off. I don't see why we can't chat a bit.
Oh my god, I hate you.
Of course. If that is what you wish. As long as it does not get you into trouble with the lady. To even take time for someone as lowly as me. No wonder that everyone under the mansion's employ is so fond of you.
Oh no!
Though it should have no longer been a surprise to me. You have always been such a kind and loving lord.
Ew, what? I have to stop myself from calling her out on her shite. It's almost as if she's talking about an entirely different man. She is, bitch! No matter how big my ego gets, I know for a fact I'm hardly in the running for Best Boss of the Year award. The only reason that most of my staff stay is because of the decent compensation. I'm not cheap. But if she wants to lay it on thick, I'll allow it. Ugh. Ugh. I hate this. Who wouldn't want a beautiful woman complimenting them? Oh, God, I hate him.
I'm sure she'll be fine with this. We are just talking after all.
I hate you so much.
Unless you had other things on your mind when you approached me.
Leave! The words leave my mouth before I even realize what I've said. I panic a bit. Oh, I can get away with picking up women out in the city, sometimes even out in the country, always taking care not to do so in my own home or my business. You cheating little son of a cunt. Oh, I love my wife so much. Look, if you want to be in an open poly relationship, that's fine. Or just, like, not even a poly relationship. If you want to be in a non-monogamous relationship, that's fine. That's fine. That's completely cool. Don't cheat on your wife. Don't cheat on your wife. Done. Done. They might deserve each other. Aww. Oh boy. Not when it'll be so easy for Hannah to find out about my infidelity through these channels. Oh, so thoughtful. Though seriously, I don't see what the big deal about it is. Just have an itch that I need to scrub.
I know it must be amusing to see a girl flustered for a man of your stature. But please don't say such things, my lord.
I'm gonna barf all over this game. This is just nasty now. Now I'm just nastied out by it.
I saw you alone and simply thought you could use some company.
Thankfully, and I do count my lucky stars, it seems the woman takes it as a joke rather than a casual pass it's intended to be.
So how are you liking your work around the mansion? The place is wonderful, but I imagine the upkeep is ungodly with all the rooms and whatnot.
Oh yeah, this is entirely what happened in the first place. This is entirely what happened in the first place, like with the actual, with like, Lady Charlotte's actual husband, right? This has to be.
I don't even want to think about how many people are on the staff roster.
Work is work, my lord. It is a way of living, a purpose from day to day. It is certainly far better than doing nothing or having no food to eat. The house itself is also beautiful. There's no lack of things to look at. I'm sure you've seen those books in the study. I can't read any of them yet, but if given the chance, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be thinking of those things, especially when the rains, they might bring more work to us soon. It will definitely be much more difficult when it returns. Idling about is the least I should be doing.
What the fuck?
I guess you can put it that way if you want to be brutally honest about the whole thing. And the rain shouldn't be a problem.
Luke Wright is just like, oh yeah, she's speaking like a normal person. Like, this makes sense. The things that you're saying are like not weird and like fucking anachronistic in any way. Like, whatever, whatevs.
Hopefully. Maybe.
If a little dreary, at least she doesn't beat around the bush. I like the honesty. I like her moxie. Many would bemoan their status as a household staff, as a janitor or other menial role, and believe themselves to be for greater things. And I would not begrudge the idea that one can always get better. I hate him. One shouldn't be so discontent with what they have either.
The rain is something I simply must get accustomed to, if I am to live here. I've not spent long in this place after all, but I have been told that it has rained in this nation since a mother's time, and their mother's time.
Oh yes, no, this all makes perfect sense to me. I'm Luke Wright. This is how people talk.
There is little we can do about it. I am just glad to have time in the sun, even for a short while.
Isn't that the truth? Really, those sunny days have been welcome, though I can't imagine they'll last for long.
Why is this man just like, yeah, this is how people speak. This is how you talk to people. This is how people speak to one another with their words. I've used words before.
Sometimes I just want to pack my things and leave for somewhere like, say, the Bahamas or whatnot. Get some sun and surf.
But certainly, you will return for us, won't you? This is your home, after all. Your people. They won't be pleased if the master of the house leaves.
Of course, I can't very well leave my businesses hanging here, can I?
what I'm getting, she's just like, wow. Cause like she's like still like this is like a replay, I guess, of like her talking to the old lord of the house, who is apparently like a really cool, chill dude. And she's just like, let's replay this with this boy. I would love if partway through this she's just like, oh wow, no, you're just a tool, actually. Oh, well, okay, well, I beans this up. I guess you die now. Oops. Like, it's her just like, I can recapture this. I can make this again. Like, I can do it right this time. I can get the guy and I won't die, you know? But then it's just her like, oh, fuck, he's a douche, huh? He's not, someone throw this one back in the oven. He ain't done yet, huh? Oh my god.
I just wish I could actually trust people enough to go on vacation without taking work with me. I've also got to get back here if I ever want proper meals. A proper pudding is something you'll never find out there.
The woman nods in understanding, I guess. I must say she makes for a fine listening ear. God, I love it when women listen to me and don't have any opinions of their own. Give me that incel bullshit. Though what she says next gives me pause, whether she meant for me to hear it or not.
And good tea. From what the cook has been telling me, I've yet learned how to prepare one. Perhaps once I do, it would endear the lady of the house to me. I never expected her to be so unkind after what she did for me. Though it's only if one catches her in a foul mood. I wish I knew how to avoid her anger.
Oh my god. Highly doubt she means Hana. A woman rarely has a mean bone or a body. When she's actually nasty towards someone else, it's usually deserving enough, much like that Rochelle. Hell, she even tolerates Harvey for me, even if she did admit that she doesn't quite like the man. She must mean the head housemaid, right? I have to laugh at that. Not that I have room to speak. I don't deal with her myself anymore, though even Johanna says a few choice words about the head hag. Oh my god. Be even more the worst somehow. She's been under the right employ when she was also head housemaid for my father. And if anyone's not going to get along with someone, it'd be that crotchety old woman. I don't even remember her name. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. She's been in the house since you were a child. And of course you don't remember her name. Like, look, she isn't hot, so why would I know her name? Look, if she ain't got a banging booty, then why would I know her name? You just said you like to know this household staff's name. God, I hate him. That woman has been this strict upstart bitch who took one look at me, her master's bastard son, and turned her nose up, as if she were better by mere consequence of birth. You do this to everyone! That, and she absolutely loathed my very existence. Perhaps the rumors had been true. She had a miscarriage while bearing another one of dearest father's children, and she saw me as an obstacle to her being granted a better standing in life. Remember that much, at least. The only reason I hadn't sacked her yet is because of her competence. Also because working under my household makes her absolutely miserable. Her resignation made impossible by her pride.
Nobody
You're a cool
really
dude.
gets along with that woman. I think everyone just tolerates her because of how old she is. I mean, not to be rude or awful or anything, but she's at the age where she'll be pushing daisies soon enough.
Is she? Really, my lord? I'm sure the lady is much younger than that.
So this has to be, just because of that, like, this has to be the ghost kind of like half trying to replay what happened, I guess, with the other lord, or with the actual lord. Because like she is responded, like I hadn't like been paying attention to if she had actually like responded to him, or if she was just like kind of like having a one-sided conversation, you know, like having the conversation that she had back then, but just his bits are just pasted in, you know? But she is responding directly to him, so like...
I think the thought of tormenting the young and beautiful gives her reason to live.
It does seem that way. though I feel sorry for her. One's life should not be wasted away on hatred and anger. It is never good for the heart or the head to always carry ill thoughts. But at the least, you are here for us. We are certainly so lucky to have a lord like you. The lady even more so.
Oh my god.
The gods smile down on her. Though, if I may be honest, she is to be envied.
Ah! Even when I have my suspicions about her, she's just so easy to talk with that I've forgotten. I don't know who she is, and if she's actually one of the household staff. That would explain why she would so easily give wrong statements about my character. Though, if she's here for malicious reasons, she could have done more than do small talk with me by now, wouldn't she? I have so many questions. Perhaps my curiosity will kill this cat.
It's strange that I've never seen you before. What's your name?
It's gonna be the name of the...
You do not remember?
It's gonna be fucking the kid's friend. It's gonna be Kylie's friend's name.
I don't believe you've mentioned it, or am I missing something?
You still cannot comprehend it, can you, my lord?
Ron just chips away at the good mood I'm starting to get into. I've every right to be angry at the cryptic response. She threatens insubordination with her very presence alone. Insubordination! Instead of hurling vitriol at the woman, I take a deep breath. Don't want my mood ruined further than it already is. Not right now, when I can let my temper take its course another time.
Whatever your name is, and no matter how long you've been working for us, that does not change the fact that you shouldn't be here. I'll call you a cab to bring you to the city if you want.
Shouldn't I? What if I do not wish to leave?
No, don't get spooky on me. Don't get spooky on me, bitch.
I merely desire to stay by your side and serve. Is that such a deplorable thing?
Her gaze sends chills down my spine. No! It's too easy to see the devotion, the obsession in her eyes. Not the good sort either, as her scrutiny makes me feel like I'm laid bare. I don't feel like obsession is ever a good word. I don't want anyone in the world to be obsessed with me. I don't need that. I don't need that bullshit on me. Not the good sort of obsession. Fuck off. The offness of her presence is all the more palpable when the feeling of bugs crawling on my skin, and the silence that makes it seem as if the world has stopped. Any friendly atmosphere we might have had going for us is completely forgotten. Danger. A small part in the back of my mind screams. That part has kept me alive all these years. In hindsight, I'd be stupid not to take heed of it. But I've grown arrogant, complacent, and content to hide behind wealth and power. Yeah, I always like, man, it's not the good kind of obsession. You know, the kind of obsession I love. I'm like, I'll leave.
Yes, it's a deplorable thing, as you said, because I'd like to be alone now. Thank you very much. If you didn't want the day off, you should have reported to your superior. This is utterly unprofessional of you, and I shall be issuing complaints. In fact, if you know it's good for you, you should start looking for another employer.
Oh, God. It's at my threat that the smile on her face turns tight. Oh, God. Oh, Mocha? Good job, Mocha. I'm gonna call you Mocha if that's fine. Thank you so much for following, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. That stream.
I see. It escapes you still. This is unfortunate.
Not gonna like this. Not gonna like this, huh? Not gonna like this real bad, huh?
How despairing that this misery must go on. But maybe, if you come with me, I can help you. I can...
When she reaches out for me, I recoil with a hiss.
How dare you lay your filthy hands on me without my permission? I am not going anywhere with you. Now step back and walk away before I have you forcibly removed.
Ooh, there she is! There she is! There she is! Oh no. They did make the fucking Japanese girl a classic yandere. Oh no, they did, didn't they? Oh, fuck us. Fuck us dry. God damn it. As if a switch has been flipped, the woman's expression turns horrific. Although that may very well be the understatement of the century. She herself turns horrific. Don't like her eyes and her head shake. Her presence is suffocating, bearing down on me. I'm rooted on the spot through no fault of my own as my fear paralyzes.
You are too much like that vile woman. Poisoned by her rotten influence and her filthy words.
Yay! Oh, it did what I wanted it to do. It did what I wanted it to do. Just her being like, oh, you're not like him. You're just a dickwad. Never mind. I guess you get dead. Okay, I'm glad that it did the thing. That's very fun for me.
But that can be remedied now that you're here. Oh, how we have waited to welcome you home. Come, my lord. The house beckons.
When her fingers grasp the back of my coat, I finally find it in me to break off into a run. I can still feel her eyes on me as I run back to the house.
Well, let's get this new journal entry a-going. Hubba-doo, hubba-doo, rabba-doo.
Oh, so this is after the library. This is after they start talking about things. Oh, look at that slow and haughty. Okay. Oh my god. Wanting some alone time and fresh air, Luke excused himself, lingering in the gardens as he remembered the memory of his late mother. Suddenly a beautiful woman appeared by his side, striking up a conversation with him. It was pleasant at first until it went real bad, huh? Real bad, huh? But I refuse to acknowledge it, let alone look back. All I need is to get away from her to make sure she stays away. That means acting like a coward and seeking out company to keep me safe. Nobody can tell me to do otherwise. Bravery isn't something I'd be to be lauded when it comes along with stupidity. It must have been a sight to see the usually composed and reserved Luke Wright bursting through the doors. Not that I have much of an audience, unless there are other staff members who have chosen to disregard my orders for them to leave. Really, I still doubt the woman is one of the staff. Oh, you doubt it, do you? God damn it. Mustering up the courage, I looked back through the doors to see if she followed me. She's gone. I don't take any chances, putting as much distance as I can between us. Stopping to catch my breath, Johannes' sudden appearance nearly makes me jump out of my skin.
Don't fucking do that! You son of a bitch! If I had a gun, I would have shot you!
If I had any love left for my mutter, I'd take offense.
God damn it.
But what happened to you? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I have! Oh, if only it was such a delusion. I can still feel his sharp nails digging into my back. Oh, yeah. The feeling was too real for it to have been a ghost.
There was his housekeeper. I think, I'm not sure. In the gardens. She was acting odd and I thought to remove myself from the scene.
Strange. I made sure the rest of the staff had left and that the house was empty, as you requested. Describe this woman.
She was...
I'm bad at it.
She had pale skin, dark eyes, and long dark hair. She wouldn't give me her name.
Half expect a name from him. The man knows his stuff better than I do, after all. Instead of an answer, he grows quiet. I'm pretty sure that's not a good thing. I'm even more worried when the other man looks me over. I have to protest when he pulls back my collar.
What in the bloody hell are you doing?
Checking for marks. Needle marks, to be exact. We don't have anyone like that among the staff. You could have easily been kidnapped.
Weird. Cold feeling settles itself over me at the thought. I've long established my power over the unsavory characters in Luxburn. Or I thought I did. The most harm I thought that could come to me would be slander, robbery, or incarceration. Kidnapping? An attempt on my own person? I've forgotten that I'm human, as mortal as any other man despite my wealth and status.
Fortunately, you look unharmed. But I advise that you be accompanied by trusted individuals at all times from now on. If not me, an assigned guard. I'll be informing them of this soon, as they return from their day in the city.
I don't know what's up with Johannes. I don't know if it was like... I don't know if the reason he was that he was like, oh, he's done murders before is like because he does murders for Luke, or if he's like, or if he just likes to do murders. I don't know if he's the one that pushed Marianne in the basement or was the ghost. I don't know. I hate this. I hate this. I want to know. Okay. Already I can feel the energy leave me with the realization of what could have been.
All right. Yes, I suppose we should do that. But I think I'd like to call it a day. I should be safe in bed, yes?
I'll stand guard outside for the night. The madam has been inquiring about you, by the way.
I don't like that. God, any other threat and he alone would be enough to make me feel safe. What I saw, whatever it is I saw, would one man be enough?
That's all well and good, but there's something else. That housekeeper, she...
Luke, you're home. I was worried about you.
I trust nothing. Sorry, one second. Me. Okay, cool. The grin I can muster is probably lopsided. Forced as I snap my mouth shut to keep myself blabbing about witches and monsters. It was weird with Marianne, you know. When we did look for her in the wine cellar, couldn't find her and assumed she slipped out without noticing. Maybe, like, I want to believe... Okay. In fairness, believing the best in Johannes is still that he does murders for Luke, like on Luke's orders. That's the best we can hope for here. That's our like good case scenario. Our medium case scenario, I guess, is that he just likes to do murders on people. And that's just a fun thing that he likes to do. Worst case is he was like one of those kids that had with the camcorder, and he just like is working with the house. He might be working with the house. What if he's working with the house? But he did travel with them from like their home before. So it would be a bit weird if they had like coincidentally like moved into the house that he really wanted them to go to, you know? Like, I feel like it's either he's just a big murder boy or he is a hired murder boy for Luke. I mean, neither is great, but I would prefer him to be a hired murder boy. Cause like, then he's still our good boy. Not a good boy, but you know. At least he's not a serial killer. At least he's doing it because he's been ordered to, you know? It's still the serial killer, huh? Whatever. Hired hitman. Hired hitmen are serial killers, right? Like, that's a thing, right? What makes the difference between a serial killer and a hired hitman? Is it just like, because there's not like a psychological thing to go with it? Though I assume that people that can like just willy-nilly take other people's lives is like, are just like not good in the brain hole, right? Like, oh yeah, like a lot of serial killers are like very charismatic people. Comes along with being I think it's psychopaths. Is it psychopaths? I think yeah, it's psychopathy, not psychopathy. Psychopathy that comes with like they're very good at imitating being good and like being like charming, whereas sociopaths have no interest or ability in pretending, you know? I think it's something like that. Cause here I am, standing in the hallway, dirt on my pant legs and sweat dotting my forehead. He might have, though. Far cry from my usually pristine condition. I don't want to worry Hana. A cough.
What happened to you? You look like you wrestled in the mud and moss, dear. And those flowers. Were you gardening?
What? Oh, these. I didn't realize I still had them.
I really did not. But there they are, still in my grip, daffodils I'd taken from the garden. Even in the wake of my flight, I refused to let go of them, whether I was conscious of it or not.
Shall I put them in a vase?
I mean, let's give them to Hana. Let's give them to Hana. Let's give them to Hana. I don't know why I feel like this is a big like we're so near the end game. Everything feels so weighted. Let's give them to Hana. What if they're death daffodils now? What if they spray death? Oh, let's give them to Hana. Okay, might just mean that Hana likes us a bit more now. Oh, okay. Perhaps I did it to save face, or maybe a small part of me had really planned to take them for her. But like a young man presenting flowers to a Valentine's, I awkwardly thrust the bouquet in Hannah's direction. Yeah.
They're for you.
These are lovely, thank you. But aren't these?
The surprise is to be expected. The open-ended question needs a little interpretation. Never given her daffodils before, especially not the ones I considered mine.
They're for you. Don't make me think that kneeling around in the dirt was a waste of my time.
Luke, can you just not be like a massive shithole for 3 seconds?
It's not. It's not. Just... Are you feeling alright? I hope whatever I have isn't contagious.
The fact that your husband giving you flowers is so out of... It makes you think that he's ill is not a great sign, huh?
I'm not sick, Hana. I just got them for you.
That warning bell. Get that ding-ling.
I thought they'd make you feel better, brighten up the room. I don't need my intentions questioned. The thank you was enough.
And I didn't mean to insinuate anything. But you are right. Thank you, truly, for these.
She takes them from me then, careful not to crush the stems. There's still uncertainty on her face, which endears and annoys me in equal parts. Ding-a-ling-a-ling! The warning bells! Oh my god. She does look lovely with them. The very picture of her, something that should be immortalized in paint. They should be for Mother. My god. It doesn't matter anymore.
Why don't we turn in for the night? You must be exhausted with all that gardening.
What does a dead woman care for flowers? I thought he was talking about Hana. I was like, please don't murder her, you fucking creep. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. I didn't get any sleep, not a single wink. So busy jumping at every shadow and worrying about waking with a knife in my chest. Well, not waking at all. Even when Hannah wakes, in spite of a mild fever, and goes downstairs for breakfast, I stay in bed. Thoughts of poisoned food running through my head. Sugar plum fairies. Okay. The rain has just started sometime during the night. Doesn't help the mood. Okay, maybe it helps a little. The strange sunny weather has been nice and all, but for it to return, as it should be, feels like a good sign of things to come. Perhaps things will settle back to normal and the crazy drama that's gone on lately will die down. I would hate to get caught unawares in this rain. And with how it looks outside, it seems like the weather is making up for all the sunny days it's given us with a good old-fashioned downpour. Did it really dumb. The rhythmic pitter-patter of the rain fills the early morning silence with a steady beat. Thank goodness I don't have anywhere to be in a hurry today. Would hate to be caught unawares in this rain. I just said that. How it looks outside, it looks like the weather is making up for all the sunny days. It does look... Okay, what? Why did we go twice? Why did we twice it? I don't know why that was spooky a bit to me, but it felt a bit spooky to me, and I don't know why. Oh god. Okay. Does let up within a quarter of an hour. However, a day beginning with a cloudburst like this, locals usually take it as an immediate sign. Luxbund's abysmal weather is back, likely for good. Hope they did a damn good job of fixing this place, because I'd rather not have to deal with leaky roofs. I don't like the idea that the realty did a horrid patch job on the place. Hana, technically, paid millions for this place. Better to live up to the price than the realty company sold it for. I'm a bit on edge. Thanks for noticing. Okay, roof problems aside, she's going to make a definite downer about this as well. She hates the rain. Then again, who actually does? Who actually likes it is what that should say, huh?
One of my friends really likes the rain. She likes the rain a lot more than it's sunny. We're very, very opposite. Like, it's one of those things of like, if it's like gray and grim and rainy outside, and I fall into a deep depression because of it, at least I know that my friend's having a good day. That's nice. That's a nice trade-off. I get to be like, oh, my friend's gonna be having a nice day. That's a good trade-off, right? Like, that's fun. What sane person would like it when 9 out of 10 days consists of nothing but dark, drab, and grey skies and piss water pouring down from the heavens? I would not like that. That is what I live in, but why do I live in Scotland? Whatever. She was just starting to enjoy the sunlight. I'll have to get up and about eventually, that's a given. I'm not too keen on seeing or talking to Hana before she leaves for the hospital. Or eventually in a few days' time. This bloody house. Kylie won't like it if she comes here, only to find me in a bad mood. Oh, good. Kylie's gonna be here. Great.
She's gonna start singing again. If you would dare rouse me from bed, being able to keep their jobs is incentive enough. I trust they realize that now is not a good time to force me into anything. Maybe I can just get an hour or two of sleep before Suarez drops his brat off in the mansion steps. If only. But as always, somebody has to be a buzzkill.
Are you really going to stay in bed all day?
What do you want?
You must have been really rattled by what happened yesterday. If you need to talk about it, I am quite qualified in that regard.
And you aren't even the slightest bit bothered? Truly? Not even the slightest bit worried?
I was worried. But I realized that it's not my life in danger, is it?
That's why I like you, my boy.
My worrying will not help matters. Neither will yours.
Life's going okay. I'm very tired.
I'm real sleepy tired. It was a big people day yesterday, and so I'm a bit people exhausted today. But I managed to stay in all day, which was good. And I've ordered my glasses so that these will stop giving me bad headaches. Ding! Ay vey. Loath as I am to admit it, he's right. Still, it's no more frustrating when he doesn't give me time to concede his point.
I know you two aren't getting along.
Nosy bugger.
But you should at least see the madam off before we leave. Think of her as a business associate if you must. It would not do to part on bad terms.
It's far too early to deal with your nosiness.
That's none of his business. None of it. If he remembers his place, he'll drop it. I don't want to talk to Hana, not now. I'm so high-strung and paranoid. This whole thing is a bloody mess with everything going off at once. I'm afraid that with our troubles, I'll misinterpret anything she might say or do. That'd just make the whole thing worse. Why do you think it's worse?
Are there any updates about the woman?
Being in the dark has me on edge. Information, any at all, may very well help me in calming down.
I've already briefed security about her, and more from the agency will be arriving tonight. But they haven't seen anyone fitting the description.
So you have nothing then? Fat lot of use you guys are. What do I even pay you for? Do me a favor. There's the door. Don't let it hit you on your way out.
Well, there is something. It's about McCulloch.
Oh. Can anyone blame me if I show the tiniest bit of interest? She's still not done with the house. She's a nice enough woman. Plans to go back to sleep are gone.
I called her secretary about taking the day off. He hasn't heard from her over the weekend.
She's probably passed out after enjoying a pint or 2 or 10 in a bar somewhere. She's an adult. It was the weekend. She's allowed to disappear and not think about work. Fuck.
That was just pulled from a different part of his audio, right? There's no way that that was right there. Like, that was pulled from a different part of his audio. That was him saying, fuck something. Because no one at the end of a sentence goes, fuck.
I wish I was passed out after a night of drinking. He does know that mobiles are a thing.
That's all well and good, but she's not answering her mobile either. Mr. Parker will be filling a missing persons case with the police if she doesn't turn up today.
Certainly someone must know where she is. Tabs are kept without fail on people who come to work with me. Background checks and constant surveillance until they finish their contracts with the rights. Some would say that it's all a bit over the top. Can't be too safe. Too many want me dead.
What about one of ours? Has anyone seen her? She's pretty hard to miss with how tall the woman is.
Oh my god.
The last anyone has seen of her was here, the morning of the party.
You saw her after that.
Your housewarming party.
You saw her after that, Johannes. Well, it might have technically still been morning. I don't trust this boy. I love you. Please be good. Okay. That is good news.
It wouldn't do for the police to hear of this and to suspect.
It's all of little import that I can easily prove my innocence. It's all a matter of principle. Because even the accusation of misdemeanor should not stain my reputation, though maybe it's a bit too late to hope for a squeaky clean one. Besides, it'll be such a hassle to have police poking about the house looking for a body that doesn't exist.
Now, if we're done here, I'd like to go back to sleep and...
Bad, don't like it, bad. Well, there goes any plans of grabbing some shut-eye. Rolling over onto my stomach, I can only scream into the pillow.
Of course. Ugh.
Oh my god.
Johans, distract her.
Oh, look, it's time for me to go.
Bye, bitch.
Have fun with your little play date. So long, farewell, and auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
Oh my god. You fucking goddamn Sound of Music, gay little piece of shit. I love you.
No, Johans, don't you turn away from me. Keep her busy for an hour. Come on.
I like them. I like these two. Look. They might both be murderers. I have to press my face against the pillow once more to suppress a groan. You can't just you can't get loyal help anymore.
Hello there, little Fraulein. Your uncle is just upstairs and will be down in a moment. He is super excited to have you today. I hope you're well rested and ready to play a lot.
That bastard. I'll be down in a sec, Munchkin. Let me just...
Change into a fresh shirt, brush my teeth, fix my hair, bemoan my very existence, wish I was anywhere else in the world right now. Don't get me wrong, Kylie's a great kid. Wonderful. Better than most brats her age. Handling a tyke is the last thing I want on my agenda right now in this whole Hana business. Fortunately, I'm well versed in how the world works. I've long learned that the show must go on no matter what hurdles come in my way. So I set to preparing for the day. Running a comb through my hair is just divine and simply makes me feel more human. Bed hair's disgusting, though isn't as bad now as it was when I was a child. How expensive a trip to the barber's was, I often had to grow it out until Mother had the time to cut it for me. The curls and tangles were simply horrid. I was even mistaken as a little girl because of it. Still didn't help that I was named Lucille. Fresh. I like knowing that he's very bitter about that. It's very good to know that he's not happy. Freshly pressed shirt is enough to chase away the last signs of sleepiness. The feel of crisp and clean cloth in my hands is a clear marker to the start of the day. Smoothing down my suit and my hair with a sigh, I steel myself for the horrors. The horrors that come with taking care of a child. See, he can get so relatable sometimes.
Good morning to you, Luke.
Morning, asshole. I mean, yes.
Speak of the devil and she shall appear. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, Kylie grins up at me as soon as I open the bedroom door. She swings the backpack she's clutching, hitting my leg in a show of impatience and looking entirely unapologetic for it.
Did you just wake up? Don't tell me you forgot. It's our playdate today.
Doubt I'd forget. Kylie's visits are a frequent enough thing that they've found a way into my schedule. They're supposed to be visits to her godmother. She's not an asshole, she's just mildly possessed sometimes. And who isn't at the best of times, sometimes like mildly possessed? Look, the best of us sometimes get mildly possessed, you know? It just hizzity happens. You can't pick who a child gets along with. So long as I'm not busy, her father can drop her off for the day. Which is all well and good for me, but if it makes Suarez focus on the work I've given him. Besides, she's a bright child. Tolerable. Kid's got a good head on her shoulders and can get pretty mature for her age at times. Of course, they have to thank me for that. Her parents can take partial credit, but Hannah and I have been here for this kid since she was a small babe. Why I can still remember the first time I saw her was during her baptism. The only reason I was there was to accompany Hannah, who was to be named godmother. She was such a tiny thing, not even a year old, and swaddled in her mother's arm in white cloth. It was the first time I really saw an infant up close. Close enough to hold one, at least. That's mental! It had been terrifying to be given a little child to carry after the whole water ceremony. Never done so before that, to hold a tiny life in my arms. Could have just dropped her on the head, and this little tyke before me would have just stopped existing then and there. But the child just smiled at me, babbling nonsensical words as children do, clinging to me even as I tried to hand her off to Hannah, and she thought it hilarious and adorable. My suit had been a mess, and I was nearly an anxious wreck by the time I handed her back to her mother. Yet it was pleasant too.
Of course I didn't, you little rugrat. I just had to take care of something before you arrived.
Really? Well, I guess that's fine. As long as you told me for work like last time.
Really? Now why don't we go back down and have breakfast in the parlor?
I already ate at home. Papa made one of his tortilla de patatas. He wouldn't let me leave until I finished every bite.
Tortilla de patatas! Don't you guys love some tortilla de patatas? Tortilla de patatas? Girl. Ah, yes, the Suarez's infamous tortilla de patatas. Tortilla de patatas. Those things are a hazard. You can probably use one to bludgeon someone into submission with how huge they are. It's a miracle Kylie can be so energetic. I had trouble staying awake the first time I had one. Sorry, do you like patatas or do you like patatas? Speaking of staying awake...
Well, I need some coffee in me at the very least. But if you'd like, you can jump straight to dessert.
Yes! Dessert, please!
It's easy enough to manage Kylie with the promise of sweets, thankfully. Not how you should look after children. The hard part is managing her before she gets the sweets, because I nearly have a heart attack when the kid races down the stairs. Just the thought of her slipping and breaking her neck is enough for me to rush down after her.
Slow down! The food isn't going anywhere.
The food is going somewhere. In my tummy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm so, like, he's the worst, but he can get so relatable at times, you know? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god, okay. He's got some fucking excellent lines. If nothing else, he's got some fucking excellent lines. With a shake of my head, I usher Kylie towards the parlor and order a maid to bring food for us. Whatever breakfast there is, along with a cup of coffee for me and an ice cream for Kylie. I can't leave the kid alone for too long, unless I want to let her turn the other room into a slaughter ground.
Okay. I'm scared every time it changes scenes. True to my expectations, I only left Kylie alone for a few minutes, but she's already made herself comfortable. Don't trust that doll.
I like this dinosaur, though. It's a very good dinosaur. Oh, I want that dinosaur real bad.
Give me cat bat and give me dinosaur. They might make a cat bat, guys. Okay. The stuff from her backpack has been left scattered across the room, from coloring books to crayons to toys. She's well equipped to amuse herself with no trouble, though I can certainly breathe a sigh of I can certainly breathe a little easier if she won't bring her doll along every time she visits. Narcissa, or Sissa, is a creepy little bugger. Relatable sometimes. Doesn't help when Kylie left her during one. Finding the thing at the bottom of the stairs, staring up at me at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning is a memory that won't be leaving me anytime soon. Even now, it stares at me from where it's seated. I'm wholly tempted to just throw the thing in the fireplace and banish it from whence it came. Could buy a prettier doll, better toy. I'll break it, find some way to get rid of it if it wasn't for Hannah, and if only Kylie wasn't so attached to it. The thing is some antique doll she found for the brat's 6th birthday. One of a kind. My darling Hannah loves her so. And Kylie does try to be a good goddaughter. She just can't keep her interest long with the wife. It's not something that Hannah does wrong on her part. She does try so very, very hard. It's just that she doesn't quite know how to really handle children. She'd never been around other children when she was young, surrounded by protective adults who catered to her every whim and worried about her safety every minute. Yeah, what shit? Wait. I can't remember if she was an only child or not. Can't remember if she's apparently is an only child.
Okay.
When she isn't able to keep up with Kylie, her first instinct is to be strict. Impose rules on the child and treat her as if she's made of spun glass, like every moment might break her. I at least have some idea of being around street kids. I know the games they've played and how they think. I know that scraps and skin knees are all part of childhood. Even with how I grew up, I had time to be a child and not some sheltered heiress. Kylie, as behaved as she can be, with her toys and her books and arts, she is to use up all her energy somehow. To run around the playground, to make a mess in the mud, or to even just fake wrestle for a short while. Let her be a child when she wants, I'll say. If it becomes too much, just bribe her with sweets or ship her back to her papa. Problem solved. Unfortunately, Hannah isn't quite up for those sorts of things most of the time, thinking it'll spoil the child. Turns the whole playdate awkward every time. Taking the last seat left, I pluck one of her coloring books from the table and see it filled with dinosaurs. Good bitch! See, okay, there's hope for this child, there's good dinosaurs. Okay. Not exactly what I expect to see for a little girl, but whatever. It doesn't hurt anyone. Let's get them gender roles in there. Girls don't like dinosaurs. There's only boy dinosaurs. What are you talking about? What? She wants to play with dolls and cars, or dolls with their cars. What do I care? She wants to put dolls' tutus on model cars, even.
Oh, this is a new one. The last one you had was filled with horses, wasn't it?
Those were ponies, Tio. They're much cuter than horses. But we went to a dinosaur zoo, and it was awesome!
Jurassic Park. What if this is set in the same universe as Jurassic Park? What if sneaky this is in the same universe as Jurassic Park? What if sneaky this is? That would be very good. That would be very good if they just at this moment just revealed, being like, yeah, no, this is like in the Jurassic Park universe. That would be very good for me. Okay.
Dinosaurs are my favorite.
Oh yeah, no, all the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are girls. It's just like the most baffling thing of like, oh, it's weird that a girl likes dinosaurs, right? Like, what's that about?
Dinosaurs are only boys and only for boys. What are you talking about, you weirdos? Like, it's fucking baffling.
I have no idea what that is, but it must be something. I'm only familiar with the T-Rex myself.
Again, it's sometimes the most relatable. I don't know what the fuck you're saying, kid, but whatever.
Yeah, they found, fossils of its claws. They're really long. Really long. They think the whole theory might be a bazillion meters tall, even bigger than a T-Rex. Cisa says it'll be big enough to eat all my classmates.
Sorry, can we look at the apparently not possessed eyes of this child? This isn't the eyes that she gets when she's possessed, but this is just a face that they're like, yeah, this is an acceptable thing that children look like. This is what children look like. No. Leave. Possessed little bitch. She only laughs as I scrunch up my nose and grimace.
Takako says you're making a really funny face.
It's Takako. That was the name. That's the name. That's the name. Oh god damn it. The name is Takako. Oh god. Takako's the ghost. Takako's the ghost. Oh god. Kill me. Okay.
Taka who?
Takako, a friend I made.
Oh, I hate this. I have to stop and look around, expecting one of the help to be there. Oh, okay. The child does have a way of befriending just about anyone, as long as she puts her mind to it. Yet the two of us are completely alone. Thankfully, she only finds my disturbed look as another funny grown-up expression. I mean, I wanted a dinosaur to eat my classmates, but I don't want that nightmare child on my krill. I don't want her all up in my jimmy jams. Ugh. That might be more problematic than whether she plays with dolls or cars, though. My god, boy. Both the thoughts of Cisa giving Kylie ideas, and one of said ideas being massacre by dinosaur. Something I probably need to bring up with her father aside from work. But beyond murderous dinosaurs, creepy dolls, and imaginary friends, I find no trouble with Kylie. She's as energetic and precocious as any tyke her age can be. Every time I see it, I read dyke, and I'm like, I am a precocious dyke. Thank you for noticing. She's an angel if she can get comfy and settled in after getting her sweets. And settled in after getting her sweets. Nailed it. Blech. We talk into a waffle. They look very good. I want waffles now. Oh no, I want waffles. Oopsie doopsie, give me a waffles. Okay. We tuck into our waffles as soon as the food is brought in. Our waffles, because she wanted her own plate to go with the ice cream as soon as she saw mine. Fresh plated berries is brought in as well, which goes great with the rest of this feast, as Kylie puts it. And if I indulge in the sweetness, I have a cup of black coffee to pair it off with. With our bellies full, Kylie grows content with just scribbling on a scrap of paper and calmly chatting about her week. She talks of her older brother Rowan and their parents, how they plan to go to the Bloxland in Berkshire for the winter holidays. Is that Legoland? Amazing. She talks of Miss Pink, and I have to shift my legs to become more comfortable once more. The memory of my initial meeting with her still fresh in my mind. Remember how my nads got beat to death by a teacher? That was fun. I liked that. It was a good day. Little brat is quick to defend her favorite academic as well. Woman's yet to offer a proper apology, and she wishes to give one on her behalf, all diplomatic like I taught her. She talks of the sad man in the park, and oh, that's Zach, and her new friend who likes to play hide and seek when she's not sniffling in the loo. I'm so scared. When finally she finds nothing new to talk about, she goes back to her drawings. They'll change as soon as her stomach settles, of course, the calm before the storm. Because behaved as she is right now, I can feel the curiosity just radiating off of her. There's a relentlessness buzzing under her skin and a question on the tip of her tongue, as they often are with children her age. For now, I can take this piece with no complaint for however long it stays. I have fun with the crayons as well, at the child's insistence, even if I can't really draw. With Kylie using the black crayon, it leaves me with the blue one. I absent-mindedly start to draw a puppy to the best of my abilities, as I attempt to give the doodle dogs another eye that Kylie... Oh, it's as I attempt to give the doodle dogs another eye, whatever, that Kylie breaks the silence.
Kyo? Tia go? I saw them leave when I got here. Tia didn't look so good.
Been expecting a lot of different questions. Kid always had a whole bunch of them ready for me, but I can only sigh when she posed this particular one.
She's just going to the doctor's for a checkup.
As kids go, there are follow-up questions.
And you didn't go with her?
Well, you were going to be here, sweetie, so I had to stay behind.
So she's all alone? At the hospital?
Oh, no, of course not. Tia has Johannes and her maid and a guard. She's got plenty of company.
You're a cute kid when you're not possessed!
Yeah, but you're not with her.
If I didn't know better, I'd say the kid is trying to make me feel guilty. Though I don't know if the bitter taste in my mouth is that or something else entirely. Really don't have time to process what the emotion is as the brat opens her mouth again.
You should have gone with her to the hospital. Hospitals are scary, you know.
0 to 100, kid!
Exactly why I didn't go. I don't like hospitals, Kylie. That's all there is to it.
So you're not angry at Tia?
Why would I be angry at her? It isn't her fault she got sick.
I heard you and Tia are fighting. I heard that you might not be together anymore.
Ooh. I have to stop it there. Sure, it's easy for people to jump to conclusions and presume that we might be fighting, no thanks to a shell. It's not common knowledge that things have actually gone sour, and to put it in her terms, that we might not be together anymore.
Oh, well, where did you hear this from?
We heard it from a nice maid lady.
Wait. Okay, wait. But that would be her then. So is it not the same person? Is it not the same person? I don't know what's going on. Okay.
But that's still no excuse. Not when she's sick. She needs someone to hold her hand and bring her soup and make her drink medicine.
Oh, girl. I'm livid. Livid that one of my employees might gossip, and to a child of all people. Who says upsetting things to a child? My anger dies out when Kylie starts to tear up. She holds it back in an effort to not seem so childish, I assume. I'm honestly confused as to why the news would upset her so.
Oh, no. Look, Kylie, there's no need to cry.
I'm not going to cry.
Are you sure? You've got no reason to cry. Even if Hannah and I won't be together anymore, you can still visit me and I can still visit you.
That's not the problem. Why don't you and Tia love each other anymore?
Oh, kid!
I still love her, Munchkin, and I'd like to think your Tia still does too.
Isn't that the truth? I love her, I'm just total shite at showing it. A small part of me screams that I was not worthy to be her husband in the first place, no matter how hard I deny it. Perhaps at another time, another place, another me, I would have confessed that the whole world was nothing compared to her.
Well, why are you two fighting? You grown-ups are so stupid sometimes.
Yeah, I feel you. Why? Because I'm a prat, probably. Motioning for her to come closer, I wrap my arms around her and rub her back in an attempt to comfort the child. Only when I feel her tears soak into my jacket that I realize there might be something else to her worries. I've heard Suarez is not getting along too well with his wife as of late, because of how busy he is with work. Really, I was wholly tempted to just brush her question off and say it's just a grown-up thing. I could content myself in pretending that this isn't happening. But it seems like she needs to hear this. It just makes it all the more painful to try and explain this, because I have to explain it not only for Kylie, but also for myself.
Sometimes people fall out of love, or they think they've fallen out of love and need time apart. It's not necessarily a bad thing. They might be angry at each other, or they might feel sad. They need time for themselves to think about each other, to know if there is still love. Maybe they'll be back together again. Or maybe it's better for both of them to move on, instead of staying together and hurting each other pretending they still love each other.
It's nothing final, but here we are, at a crossroads where the wrong step might end in heartbreak. Hannah thinks we need some time apart, but we aren't done just yet.
But yes, grown-ups can be rather stupid.
You're still gonna be my friend, no matter what, Tio?
Of course, my life would be less exciting without a little brat like you running around and making a mess of it. And you better stay my friend, even when I get all old and wrinkly.
Kylie's shoulders shakes in laughter as she pulls away and gives me a toothy grin.
You're already old!
You're great.
But don't worry, when you die, I'll burn you and put you in a jar so I can keep you forever! Just like they did with Abuelo!
am not here for your spooks and scares, child. I'm gonna burn you and put you in the jar. Oh my god, kid. My thoughts come to a grinding halt at her words, and she goes on as if she hadn't just said the fucked uppest thing in the world. Almost seems like little Tyke is looking forward to my funeral. As if there's no confused expression on my face, she pulls me back to her drawings, commenting on the state of my weird dog.
I think your puppy would look better in magenta.
I think you'd look better out of my house. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Play.
Oh, there it was. Nope, never mind. I saw it. Never mind. Oops. So wait, what's happening at this time? Oh, they're fucking around in the pub still. With Hannah away for a checkup, Luke is left alone to watch over his godchild, Kylie Suarez. However, what was supposed to be a simple babysitting turned awkward when the precocious child began spouting real fucked up shit. I don't think I can spend any more time with Kylie, considering how high-strung I feel. It is in the game. It's a weird sound. I don't like it. Okay. So it's a good thing that Suarez came for her as soon as I called. Though it's earlier than the agreed upon time, he voices no complaint. Bastard even has a look of relief as soon as they left. Or at least I interpreted it as such from where I stood by one of the windows, not bothering to step out and greet the man. No doubt he still doesn't trust me around his spawn. He has every right to be suspicious of me. I'm a dangerous man after all. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling! Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling! Warning bell. But to my chagrin, that leaves me with the rest of the day with nothing to do. Aside from picking up the mess Kylie left scattered around the parlor. To my immense relief, she remembered to take her doll home with her this time. Same cannot be said of the crayons and papers littered here and there. I'm sure I'm going to look at this and not see some horrifying shit she fucking drew. First things first, I snatch my own doodle off the table and rip it to shreds, leaving no hope that it will see the light of day. Rest of the drawings, all Kylie's, remain unharmed as I collect the lot. This is probably going to be great. Though they've been stacked neatly on the table before, must have been blown about when I saw Kylie off. Plenty of them, from cats and cakes to colourful rainbows and gardens. Child managed to make a lot during her time here, her morning here, whatever. There's one more that I have to fish out of the fireplace where it landed. How about we hot knot? Expecting to see another one of Kylie's masterpieces, whatever. I'm instead greeted with something a bit more concerning. Yeah, we were right. 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 Hey! We were right. Hey, we were right. Weird. I hate this game. There's me, there's Kylie, the two of us side by side, smiling as our stick figure cells stand in a nondescript field. That much I can ascertain without looking at the labels below the doodle's feet. Third figure stands next to me in the drawing. It's lovely. Fuck you. A woman, her face hidden behind a curtain of black. Takako, the writing under her supplies.
Takako says you're making a really funny face.
Oh god, achievement, one big happy family. What does it say? Oh, that's it. That's it. The whole text is one big happy family. Great.
Taka who?
Takako, a friend I made.
Why isn't that one in the... whatever. The hair... No, not the help me wind! The hairs on the back of my neck stand on end and I feel a chill go down my spine. A breath that isn't mine. That has me turning around, expecting, hoping to see someone, anyone, but nothing. And that's when I hear it. Laughter. Sweet, merry laughter ringing from the ballroom. Thinking about it has my cheeks burning and my blood running hot, as if I'm being mocked. As I stomp towards the door, I have to stop myself from shouting up a storm. Expect to see some of the help dallying about idle from their duties. Perhaps they thought they could slack off their duties without the head butler around and with my preoccupation with Kylie. They had another think coming. But again, nothing. Nothing from what I can see at a cursory glance. At the very least, I roam around looking for near impossible hiding places, and still I'm all alone. And yet I still hear the laughter, the accursed laughter, echoing around the room in my head.
Who's there? Show yourselves and show some respect to the master of the house!
Muscle. Cold uneasiness settles into my stomach when no one answers. I stumble on my own 2 feet, feeling a wave of nausea come from nowhere. I have to put a hand against the wall to stay upright when the world shifts and pain explodes behind my eyes. It takes every ounce of my self-control not to heave then and there. The only thing my pride allowed me to do then is to close my eyes and attempt to alleviate some of the pain. Vague, unfamiliar images, dare I say memories not mine, flash in my head, unbidden and unwelcome. I hate to say this. I hate to say this. We're gonna have to do this next time. Fuck. Next time is probably gonna be the last. Next time is gonna be like the last time that we do this, right? Next episode is gonna be the last one because this is the end, right? This has to be the end. Fuck me.
March winds and April showers.